Hello, hello! We are here at Stream Fighter! I am joined here with Sajam and Majin Obama. We are super excited to see some content creators and even Street Fighter Legacy players join in on the fun here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thanks, by the way, for introducing us, and thanks to Obama for having us here. It's really nice to get a handle on some very, people who are really experienced. They've been playing Street Fighter a long time, and also, as we saw in the AT&T event that just happened too, it's really fun to watch new players play this game. I don't know about you two, but I have loved watching all the new blood try Street Fighter 6. It's been some of the most fun times I've had watching fighting games in forever.
I got to tell you, am I good? Rayo, am my mic open? We're good, right? You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. As long as I guess what I wanted to say is I am super nervous, but I'm also really excited because, like you said, Sajam, is what's really fun to me, and it's something that I really want to emphasize with an event like this is when you're so micro focused on the top level players, the Capcom Pro Tour, all this other stuff, you lose sight of how far you might have come as a player, and I think it's really easy for you to forget the struggles that you have endured and the things that you have overcome, be it a character matchup, be it a player matchup, be it utilizing this tactic in the ground, whatever the case may be. Seeing some of your favorite streamers and personalities grapple with that and being able to see them connect the puzzle pieces little by little through their own personal grind has been it's really fun to watch no matter the game. This game in particular, it's pretty fun just because this game can be pretty brutal, can be pretty frustrating in a lot of ways. But
yes,
it's been very rewarding to watch. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah, I think they're saying that your mic's a little low, the music's a little loud right now. I don't even know if music's supposed to be playing, actually. We're figuring this out. Don't worry, everybody. But what I was going to say is, yeah, Obama mentioned that everybody learning the game, everybody gets frustrated. Marina and I were talking about this, but, yeah, I think at, every level, lots of people get hit by things and they die and they explode in this game. The game's new. It's very easy to get frustrated, but it's also easy to just be like, I don't even know what I'm doing, right? This game is brand new. It's so easy to just be like, no one knows what's going on. I'm just getting hit by random stuff. It's okay. We'll all figure this out together. Everybody be cool, you know?
Yeah, Rayo.
Yeah, what's nice about
No, you're good. Go.
Oh, okay. No, I was gonna say what's really nice about a new fighting game is that we're starting from day one. Picking up your very first fighting game. Obviously you're button mashing or just looking at the combo list too. I want to try to do this Shoryuken, and then when you land it, you're like, oh, I actually did it. So just adjusting to the new mechanics and all the new characters, and then just playing it against your friends or playing in a tournament, and you land that let's say you just land a Shoryuken anti-air, you're like, wow, nice, that's actually pretty OD. So it's really nice to see that
gamer of all time. You're just
yeah, exactly. So it's really nice to see that a bunch of content creators, really big content creators here, and of course, like I mentioned before, the Street Fighter Legacy players that are training those content creators to kind of show some stuff, see what kind of secret tech that they've been sharing together.
Yeah, and I've seen everybody, all the coaches and stuff, have been like, hey, here's how you do this, here's how you do that. Everybody's been trying to help each other. And I think one of the most satisfying things is when you teach new players, they all come from different places and different levels of understandings and all that stuff. So being hey, this is what you're gonna do. This is how, a very simple thing. If they jump, you do this. If they're on the ground, you do that. And it's just there you go, you did it. That kind of basic game plan forming, to us, if you played fighting games a long time, seems oh yeah, cool, I can do that. But for new players, it's just dope to watch them learn. And the light bulb moment happens so much more for someone new to the game than someone who's been playing for a long time.
There's a very pure kind of endorphin feeling that for you now, because you're so invested and because of where you are in your journey, right? For you to get that same high, I need to beat Tokido in bracket, and that obviously does not come without great effort. But you forget just how hard it might have been for you at some point to just see a jump, react to it, and anti-air it with something that isn't a DP, or to tech grabs, or it could be anything, And being able to see players who come from either level -0 to players who are level 10, whatever the case may be, seeing them kind of put these parts together, and again, like you said, the light bulb moment, the gears turning, when you can see the machine starting to develop. That's the moment where they stop becoming a a streamer, a talent, or whatever you call. That's what the moment where they become a player, and that is what I want to emphasize with this event, because I value that, and for a lot of reasons, you should too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And you were doing this. I was teaching someone for the AT&T event, and I saw you also teaching for this event. Like, when you're like, okay, this drive impact move is going to be pretty important. When you see this, you also hit this move. And, like, I did it, and, like, the first time I did it, they just went, doosh, and I was like, well, how are you just better than me already? Like, I was like, it's like, all right, cool. You're just that good at the game already? My bad. Like, and also, I was teaching someone about parry. And I was like, yeah, when, like, you could do this to beat fireballs. And they perfect parried, like, 2 fireballs in a row. And I was just like,
yo,
what the hell? And they're like, oh, this seems kind of like, all right, I sort of get it, I guess. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, you just did that? I was like, you're the greatest gamer of all time.
Man, yeah, and then, like, I think about how, they're doing the perfect parries or reacting to drive impact. It just makes you think, like, you should really continue playing fighting games, because it can really, like, get you. Let's say, for example, like some of the content creators here that also derive from, MOBAs. I was also watching the AT&T tournament as well, and someone mentioned that playing MOBAs has been really easy to transition to fighting games.
Awesome.
Maybe in a way where, like, let's say in League of Legends, you're trying to dodge a skill shot or bait something. That's also something that's similar in fighting games, where you're baiting, like it's super when you guys are in peril, or you're trying to whiff punish and whatnot. It's really nice to see that there are some similarities in between different video games.
What I really liked watching at the I don't know if you watched the AT&T Annihilator Cup, Marine, but I really was impressed with the way some people were able to take whatever background they come from, like you're saying, and being able to reevaluate how they play, but through a fighting game lens, understanding the design of that lens so that they can take what they do in their other titles and kind of approach it with a similar mindset, and hearing, like, the terminology cross mix-ups and stuff like that is pretty interesting too.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if you heard this, but, like, when someone else I was watching who's a mobile player, who, like, they were learning fighting games, they were like calling fireballs headshots. They're like, oh man, you just keep getting headshot by the fireball, and I was like dying. I was like, I love that. That's so good. I gotta say that.
So the model, she's actually the model for Ashley in RE4 on my team. Her name's Peach Milky. You'll see her in the event today. When I first showed her DI, I don't call anything by the official name, actually. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
I call that like Splatoon attack, or like ink, like paint splatter, right? So it was funny because she plays a lot of RPGs and she plays like horror games and stuff. So she was the way she thought about DI was, she said, like, conjure the paint. And this is like a spell, you know what I mean? And I was like, I never thought about it that way, but that's funny as shit. But anyway, why don't we show them the bracket, Rayo, real quick? Let's take a look at some of the team rosters and also the matchups that we got today.
Look at that, dude. Can I just say the team names are so good.
Turn me up a little bit more.
I'm a big fan. So we have Shibuya's Angels, which I'm guessing is a play on a lot of things there, including Rob CD and the coach up there, Giuna. I'm sure you guys are all familiar. And Kaho Shibuya, who we were talking about a little bit earlier. And then also Obama's team, the Sonic Boomers, Majin Obama, Premier, and Peach Melky, who is just mentioning conjuring up the paint. Hairlines and headbutts. Now, look, I'm not going to say who's the hairline and who's the headbutt on the team, because that would be disrespectful. But I do like the combination of Jibbo, Automatic, Lakari, and Emeru, who was cooking in the AT&T. And then South Central Kids, Kizzy, Jake and Bake, who I'm sure a lot of you saw at the AT&T event, did very well. And Mogu, which is cool. I'm happy that Mogu's gaming on here. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so again, in this format, so we have, like, like the third slot, they will play on each, they will play on, how should I put it? Like the other third slots of each team. So they're going to play a first to two. And then the second slot, I would probably say, like, more of, like, the intermediate players. So they will play a first to two as well. And then, like, the first slots are obviously captains, as you mentioned before. So again, like, it's going to be a bloodbath between, like, content creators and, like, the Street Fighter Legacy players. I'm really excited to see how it goes down because, like I said before, they have been sharing some tech. They have been sharing some cheap stuff, playing Modern. And again, I want to throw it out there, like, modern controls aren't cheating. It's a different way to play.
Yeah,
respectfully disagree. But
no,
it's cheap. It's real. There are some modern characters. They are very real. Like,
Yeah.
and you'll see in this tournament there are some, and obviously in the AT&T Annihilator Cup you saw this too. There are some modern versions of characters that I think new players naturally gravitate towards. You know, like Cammy obviously is very popular. Honda, of course, like for how good he is.
Oh, for sure, Honda.
You
Yeah.
know, but we even saw like modern Zangief being used, modern Ryu, obviously. Modern.
I
Ken.
love modern. I think modern, watching the new players learn on modern is great. Like it's like so much faster that they're like, oh, this is tight. I can play the game. And it's cool because if you like AT&T was the same way where like a lot of people got pretty far with modern, and then like at the end you saw people who are playing on classic doing well too. So I mean it's cool. I think it's like dope that it exists and it's a control scheme to help people out who are new, especially. And yeah, it is cheating. It is also very strong.
Man,
but
that's crazy. I guess I could agree in some ways, but like you said before, it's definitely a way to introduce newer players into the game. Where like, oh, modern controls, yeah, it's like really fun to play. Maritza in a very easy level. Obviously, like she's already easy to play, right? But
yes.
Going into classic controls, you're like, oh, I kind of want to like up the challenge, and then they play classic, and you're like, wow, that's like tough, but getting that, the basic B&B or like that combo that you've been training for, and then you land it in a tournament, it definitely has to feel good.
I think of it's like cheating in the way that leverless or like hitbox, right, is cheating. Like in that it's cheating in parentheses, not cheating, but I'm gonna call it cheating because it's strong. And like I'm just here to flame. That's like the way I think about it. But modern is like, I don't know if either of you have tried it or played it much. It's like pretty fun to mess with actually. And like when you do the one button supers, like you're doing like the Hannibal burst, like you're just like, like I'm that powerful. Like, oh damn, this is for real. Like I could just do whatever I want. Like it's pretty fun. I like it.
All right. So with that said, we're gonna get into our first match. This is from I believe Team Shibuya's Angels going up against Team quote South with an F, Central Kids, end quote. This is going to be Kaho Shibuya versus Mogu, I believe.
Hell yeah. I'm really excited to watch this. Should be good. And the cool thing about this is I'm sure a lot of you, like you watch streamers, you watch events and stuff. You watch like the best players in the world throw down, and like that doesn't always look like the game you're playing. So like I love watching new players play the game because it gives you the perspective, like, yeah, not everybody is Punk, dude. Like, one hit confirms, flying around the screen, like, playing that. Like, most of us, like, even me, like, I'm not Punk. I'm not even close. Like, I'm hitting Master with all these characters, and I'm so much worse than him. So, like...
Some dudes play like rats, Some dudes, like, they can't do the one-button hit confirm, but they'll hit you with a bunch of lights confirm every time or something. Whatever the case may be, There's more than one kind of player. And there's a variance in terms of levels, and you're going to see that in this event, too. So, for example, like, Kaho Shibuya, she's brand new to Street Fighter 6. She hasn't had a lot of time to practice. She's been going through some stuff this week, but she has played fighting games a little bit in her past. But this is a new player. So what I want you to pay attention to is what her approach and what Giuna was able to share with her in terms of approach and how she looks at the game in a very short time. Mogu, on the other hand, is someone who has dabbled a lot in a variety of different games. But this is the first game where I can say I think she's really actually tried to really apply herself like that. And so with that said, we're going to get into it.
Yeah, here we go. We got our match. Mog poster. Damn, the EX right at the round start. I like that. I'm a big fan of just letting it rip. Oh, man. You know what? Oh, there's an answer.
A fireball. Yeah, that was actually really sick.
Oh, my God. We got mini crouch heavies? Okay. Okay.
Oh, another one. Let's go. Into the corner. It's going to be huge. Oh.
Mash grab and wake up. Here? Okay.
I like it. I was gonna say fireballs is like the first step of like, do you have a plan, right? As like a new player, so to see Spin Knuckle, that makes me pretty happy.
And to see Kaho representing the strongest fireball and using it to great effect here, that says a lot, I think, about Luke and just the strength of that game plan, right? It's because it's like you said, it's a very base level 1 approach. Like, can you deal with this? Unfortunately, Cammy has a lot of ways to get past fireballs, and you saw Mogu using a few there.
I love the idea. Just like round start jump on the fireball. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Oh, nice little forward into the confirm. And now just, going back into the corner once more. Are we going to see another wake up grab from Shibu?
Oh, the infinite? I love it. One thing about new players that I love is that if something works, they just go, wow, are you serious? Thank you, Modern Controls, for the hookup and the easy peasy kill in the first game.
Dang, I should really dabble with Modern Controls. That seems pretty fun.
I think everyone should have a Modern character in their pocket.
Yeah.
So actually, the first 2 weeks of this game, I didn't I exclusively played Modern Ryu, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And I started, like, Sejam, you saw me. I tanked all my placement matches and started from 0 rookie and only ran it from Modern Ryu. And I started...
I was going to say, I thought you just played normally.
No.
I lost all of them. Oh.
No. I believe it or not, I actually... Okay.
Intentionally lost? Okay,
I intentionally lost. Intentionally lost.
Weird, okay. Sorry. Go on.
I listen, dude. I'm that dude. My jersey got scars and mud on it. I'm not afraid to get dirty. So I'll take my L's. But what I thought was cool was like I tried my best to put myself in the shoes of a true beginner. So I limited myself to just fireball and DP. And the fact that you can play with one button like that, it gives you an appreciation for how deadly that can be at high level. But it's also good for being able to see like what presents a really strong challenge to low-level players at the game. You know, and just the fireball game, the very basic fireball anti-air game, you'd be surprised. It can be hard to get over.
The start of this game is the sickest bait I've ever seen in a fighting game in my life. Now I'm back that. Yeah, that was so sick, actually. I have to say.
And this is the hard part for Kaho. She has to commit to a decision here, but throw loops, yeah.
Man,
what you don't know is that was actually the captain of the team getting throw loops in the corner, and it doesn't matter. You could be playing the game for 1,000 hours or 5 minutes, and that could happen to you.
Giuna just parsec'd in and it just got throw looped to death. Okay.
Yeah, that was him the whole time.
But yeah, so like there is a difference in experience level here, as you can see, just in terms of Street Fighter 6, right? You see Silver versus Rookie. Obviously, there's a big difference in time investment. But what's important to see is, I think like where Kaho's gaps might be, that's where she can improve. But the important thing is seeing how Mogu is approaching using Cammy's tools like this. You saw lots of meaties, lots of specials being used to move past the fireball game that Kaho was presenting. You saw meaty crouch heavy punch usage. You saw auto combo confirms. Yeah, that was a clean first game in favor of Mogu. But Kaho, you know, like for someone with not that much experience in Street Fighter 6, I like the layer 1 game plan that she was using. You know, and that's something that you forget about too. It's important to even just like use your character's strongest tools and try to create a coherent, easily executable game plan from that.
Yeah, and it's funny because when I was teaching the game, one of the first things I did was like do a throw loop, and I'm like, hey, this really sucks, right? Let me show you how to stop this because of that one thing. I was like, a lot of people see it, and like if you don't know how to stop, it's weird to think about this, but if you don't know how to stop a throw, like it's actually just you can't win the game, right? Like it's funny to like it's that simple. So it's like something you have to learn as a new player. And it's just one of those things that when you're an experienced player, like the things you learn are so minute and micro. Whereas like when you're new to the game, learning how to tech a throw is like a huge jump in your knowledge of how to play a fighting game, right? Like it's like everything, like your whole life has changed.
Yeah, when I think about that too, where you're like mashing buttons trying to like get the most damage out of your opponents and whatnot, but you also have to think about the mind games as well. Like you mentioned before, where it's like, oh, like another throw is coming, right? You gotta like combat like in the game and also like in your head, like you gotta make that decision making where like you want to backdash, you want to neutral jump, you want to do something to get out of that situation because you're gonna die soon. So you really might want to be careful with that.
I also love that Mogu did throw a lot and then afterwards like just did walk back low forward. Like even like just the idea to be like, oh, I should do something that will beat that is like already a higher level understanding. Even if the execution's not perfect, it's like, yeah, I'm getting there. Like I'm already figuring this out.
That's what I love to see, and that's where I think is the real value in this because it's not like people are getting on here and just mashing over and over again, right? You can actually, even at this level, you can see game plans being executed, being formed, and you can even see layers developing. These are not, they're new players, but at the end of the day, like I said, I'm going to say it the whole stream. These are players. You can see they've hit that level where they're thinking about the game on that level, and I think that's important to remember. I'm going to say that the whole stream.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm a big fan for sure. So that was the first match. The way these work, by the way, is that we play first to 2 for each match. If one team wins both of the first 2 matches, we don't have the captain's match, right? So it is on the players that the captain has coached to put some dubs up on the board if the captain's ever going to play, which is important.
Yeah, so this is a kind of adjusted Waseda style format where You know, if you guys want to watch me versus play G-Unit, if you want to watch Kizzy versus Jibbo, there's like 7,000 tournaments that are being played on a daily basis. You can see them there, or you can see people on their streams, right? This is about the other players and their journeys and how the advice from some of those players that they've been working with, how that's going to help develop them. That's what this is really about.
Jake picked Honda. I'm so interested in this, actually. He won the tournament with Luke, but oh my god, Rob is
Rob's going
Rob is
crazy.
using that. He's using that D button, man. God damn.
Yeah,
that is
he is DIing. But also, I like the strategy. Yeah, I was gonna say Marissa into Honda. I like that he's using Gladius so much because the armor beats headbutt. I wonder if somebody taught him, hey, if you just do this punch, this beats headbutt.
Yeah, and we were talking about it at the beginning of the stream, right? Modern Marissa is real. This is a real character. She is very popular in Japan. Rob CD, of course, playing from Japan. Why didn't I even think about this? She is one of the more popular modern picks in Japan.
Yeah, actually, the best Marissa player in Japan, Shudo, is a modern Marissa player.
Yep. Modern Luke country, modern Marissa country. They are very popular picks out here.
It just works out so well because like she does like probably almost the same damage as like classic, but again like just the pressure from Maritza, like you really want to be careful about pressing a button against her.
That's what's messed up about it, right? She does so much just cracked, juiced, brolic, buff ass damage in classic. She takes the damage and she's like a normal character in this mode. That's the worst part.
She has good combo routes that even don't take the debuff too. Like she can do combos that don't even lose the 20%, which is nice. And even if she loses a little bit, it's not even that bad. Like it's perfect. Man, Jake is gonna get stunned again. Yeah.
Okay, Rob CD.
It's super easy. Easy mode.
This is two IRL streamers going at it, but Mr. AT&T, you got a problem. Back to the wall. Okay, EX headbutt. I like it. EX butt slam. I like it.
Butt slam.
Uh-oh. DI is very scary here. Oh my.
On health, you are gonna get chipped down.
The luckiest mash. The luckiest mash. If that would have whipped, he was eating shit.
Yeah, that was the end right there. I'm a little worried about that. I'm very curious because you guys know Jake didn't play Edmund. Oh my god. I've never done that in my life.
Because like you would end up on the opposite side, right? Like it would just push you a little forward. Oh, the collision.
Right, okay,
Rob
CD gaming a little bit. He's gaming a little bit.
Yeah, he is actually. Oh my, Jake. You know, this might not have been the right choice. I'm a little worried about this Edmund right now. Oh my.
That could have been it.
Oh, yeah, that could have been it for sure. Okay. We got something.
Oh. Dude, what?
Jake,
burnout.
Big lesson here. Do not toy with your food. Go to your guns. Stick to your guns. Of course, we talked about this at the beginning of the stream or before the stream even booted up, right? The ever-present threat of Edmund. He is at this level, especially for a variety of reasons. When we're talking about like easily executable game plans that are very simple and that you can execute with ease, a coherent game plan. Honda is the perfect character in this game. I don't know what the hell they were smoking when they made this frame data for this character in this game. It's Emma Z, you need to tweet. Can we get another Emma Z tweet about that? That'll we got some questions. But anyway, Jake going to his guns. Yeah, lesson learned. Now you gotta play.
Like a lot of people were talking during AT&T about Emaru Honda. Emaru Honda could beat me in a 2 out of 3. Like you guys are all laughing, but I could die.
And the thing is, like, even if you can't, you have to, like, you gotta be scared. You gotta respect it. You have to respect the approach as if she could.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely could happen. Oh my god.
Oh, nice. Okay. Get a little punish after the DP.
Perfect knuckle combo.
Perfect. Okay, Jake and Bake. Unable to react to the DI, no counter DI here, and this is the thing, modern Marissa, but she's still clocking out with the damage.
Oh yeah, and like, you know, Jake, you could see his game plan. Because he knows a little bit about the game. Oh, that's gonna beat it.
All right, that was sick.
Wow.
That was sick.
Okay, I wouldn't have even done that.
Yeah, Jake and Bake kind of gaming. He kind of gaming.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh no!
Oh! What a punish counter throw.
Oh my god. You know, that was actually really smart from Rob CD because he was using that armor just to get through the fireball, because I feel like if he would just sat there, he would get chipped.
You got to understand, Marine. Rob CD is a man who rode his bicycle over the entire range of Japan and Korea. This dude will lower his shoulder and
bro.
he will bulldog his way into your face. Jake, you need to respect it.
Oh my god.
Fishing with Gladius too. And by now Jake is aware of the danger, but that's still just good return and wall push.
Back out of the corner.
Throw, that's big.
Yep, that's smart.
Oh, Jake jumps back in.
Okay. Attack. Air to air.
Rob CD is crazy.
Oh my.
That's gonna kill. Oh no, misses it.
He got him. Oh my. Dude. You know, for someone who's new to the game, mixing up throw, DI, and like just doing button is like really good. I'm like very impressed by Rob CD's offense already. This is not easy to do.
That's the Jake and Bake we're looking for. Good reaction.
Nice. Yeah.
Just clock out, take your three. Clock out, take your three.
Nice. Nah, that was actually really smart. Jake recognized he didn't get perfect knuckle and just did level 3.
Exactly.
Like that was great.
I stuttered at first. I was like, is he gonna get the perfect? But even just having the awareness to know to go for that in your combo routing. Good shit. The drive rush crouch medium is paying off here. Gladius though. Rob fishing. What a DP!
Yo, that was actually really sick.
That was
my
clean.
gosh.
Oh my bounce.
Oh, just really close.
Yellow guess for the game. Jake and Bake.
Dude, yeah, like I really like that he switched over to Luke because obviously Honda wasn't working out for him. Because you'd think that if you play Honda, you could just like scrub your way out. But I really like this switch from Jake and Bake.
Yeah, I think he thought, I'll just play like the easy thing and not my main character. And like he's like, okay, he's kind of beating my ass in the court retweets. Hold on, hold up a second. Damn, he DP'd. That was really impressive.
Like,
it's not easy.
He's like, you know what? Let me delete that. I should have left that in drafts.
Yeah,
Much like the
like,
mask is an MSZ, I should have left that in drafts. You know, like God.
Yeah, I didn't have to tweet all that. You know, he's like, my bad, my fault.
But what I want to see from Jake is him to go back to the basic game plan. A lot of what Rob is getting here is just Jake hasn't really represented the fireball game as much because he's scared of Rob going in the stance like that and just hunting right through the fireballs. But you do have the threat of oh my God, counter DI.
Nicely done.
Hey, let me shut up.
Yeah.
Let me shut up.
And there's been so much DI too that I wouldn't want to throw a fireball either. You know what I mean? And Gladius and Superman punch. There's been so much Superman punch.
You see, and like I like how there we go with the DP. I really like how Jake and Bake is also kind of like walking back to see if he's able to whiff punish like those charge punches, and of course like reacting with DP and getting a hit off of it.
Yeah, he's willing to back up, give Rob the space, let him go in with Superman punch. He knows that Rob wants to go to it. Fine, I'm gonna EXDP you. I'll take the damage and back off. We're gonna play the game again. He's getting a little bit predictable with it though. Rob CD coming on strong, corner. No Gladius though, just out of range, plus frames.
Yeah,
Gosh, what a monster of a character.
Yeah, and the game plan. Oh, this is big. Gonna have level 3 here too.
Yep, and easy auto combo in the level 3.
Nicely done. I have to say the game plan for Rob is very good for someone new to the game. Like I'm very, very impressed. Great neutral jump. Level 3? All right, so Jake's a bit committed on meter in this round.
Yeah, slight advantage for Jake, of course. He's looking for another in here. Looking for a jump, probably. Yep, there it is. Wow, resetting the throw. You better be careful.
One more.
But Jake and Burnout, though. DP.
Yo, that is so smart. Jake and Bake taking it 2-1 over Rob CD.
Yo,
holy cow.
Look, I don't care what channel you're watching on. I was not expecting Rob CD to come on strong like that. Rob CD made a statement right there. Like, I think he's only been playing for less than 3 or 4 days. That should tell you something, dude. He brought heat that time. Look, I'm going to go to the grime, Modern Marisa. He used a lot of the toolkit. To come up again. A simple, coherent game plan. And you saw him leveraging a lot of what Marisa can do.
That was really well played. And I mean, to already get that, like, you should do throw, DI, or like jab. You know what I mean? Like, to just understand, like, these are my options and like deal with this is like great. Like, that's better than a lot of people who are like trying to like figure out the game. They get so stuck in all kinds of stuff that you just like pick 3 options that are pretty good and just send them, and that's great. You should definitely be doing that if you're new to the game. I think a lot of people are like, I have to play like high level players and do all the, but like, no, dude, find some good stuff and do that good stuff against people of your skill level, and you're gonna have a great time.
You know, I go through this a lot with you go through this a lot with some games. You know, you get like you're saying, right? It's really easy to get micro focused. Like, I'm gonna go find Noah the Prodigy. I need my Christatarian. I need all these people. I'm only gonna exclusively play against them. You're gonna get good, no doubt. But you also have to know how to play against the other guys. You know, you have to. I can't stress that enough. How often you hear it, like people get bitter. They be like, I got randomed out. No, you just like that's just a different kind of player. It's a different, and it can come down to experience level. It can come down to things like that. But you have to know how to play against different kinds of players at different levels and different kinds of experiences. You know, and you have to be able to recognize that and play to that.
Exactly. That's why I think about, you know, how ranked or like any online play can utilize some sort of skill where, yeah, you're playing so many different people. Like you've ran into like 10 Marissas and they all play differently, right?
Yeah.
It's just really nice to see that if you're able to go to offline tournaments, you know, you of course you are playing against a bunch of different people. But sometimes when you're on like a losing streak, I always think about like how you're playing doesn't define you as a player. Like you're just playing bad. Like you're just genuinely playing bad. So maybe like you know, obviously it's important to take a break and you know, get back into the grind, but also like playing a lot of people like different from your caliber, like it's really important.
I don't know how you guys feel about it. I feel like you can't play this game if you're playing this game seriously. I feel you can't play for more than 2 hours at a time.
Sure,
you have to take breaks. Yeah, when I was playing recently, I remember like someone jumped at me and I just hit like a completely different character's anti-air than mine.
Yes.
On like a 3-hour session, and I was like, all right, I gotta take a break.
Dude,
like I could feel it.
This game, like, I got gray hairs and shit. I be feeling like I got early onset Alzheimer's. I'm like, what the fuck am I? I'm looking in the mirror, just like my head in my hands. Like, what am I doing? It's you gotta take a break. You gotta take a break.
Yeah.
Anything. Yeah. 5 minutes, like 5 minutes, hit some push-ups, go outside. Literally go outside, touch grass. Like, you gotta do something though, because the level of focus that this game requires, I don't know. It's just it's a different kind of pressure, and it's like you're just playing on the whole time. It gets so exhausting, and then we're not even talking about if you play like really sensitive characters. Like imagine playing Dhalsim or Zangief in this game, where you naturally have to be more patient as you get to the intermediate and the advanced levels of the game in order to be able to run your game like that. It's really stressful. It's really stressful.
And you know, something I thought that was cool you brought up earlier is like when people say like I got randomed out by X or Y. When you lose to someone and you think I got randomed out by X or Y, the game doesn't go, my bad. Let me give you your points back. You got randomed out, bro. Like, yeah, like you got randomed out, bro. You can have your points back. If you lose in a tournament and you're like, guy randomed me out, like they're not like, oh, let me advance you in the bracket. My fault, OG. Like you get to advance in the bracket. Like no, like they beat you. Like it doesn't matter how they beat you.
It's just a bad excuse too, because like they did that because like, you know, like let's say they're familiar with that combo or like they're familiar with that string. Obviously they're gonna do that and hope that it hits. So like I don't know, like just hold the L. Do better next time or something. Like go play more people. Go touch grass as you said.
You know that's also like a very like imperative lesson to teach it, and maybe not at like true beginner level. Maybe not at level 0 or the negative. But when you see players get to like where they kind of understand the game a little bit more and they have more advanced questions, this is just the way I think about them sometimes. But sometimes there are checkmate situations where I think it's very frustrating for some players where they're like, what do I do in this case, right? But the thing is like sometimes you have to hold an L. Zangief jumps in on you and you block the splash. Like, bro, you're just in a shitty situation. You just blocked headbutt or whatever, you know, like what do I do? It's really easy to panic at low level. I've seen like some players get very frustrated dealing with some stuff like that. But awareness, you're gonna have to make a decision here, you know. And if you're wrong, that's fine. You made the wrong decision, but you have to be able to let that go. You have to be able to go from there, you know. And that's something really important that I think some lower level players get hung up on.
Yeah, and I think one thing I also want to add to quickly is that like bad games do happen. Like from your perspective, you're like, oh man, you know, like I messed up my anti-air, I messed up my combo, I dropped a lot of stuff. Like bad games do happen, but like you can like keep playing and keep practicing because eventually you won't be dropping those combos or anti-airs.
Yeah, and sometimes you just get smoked. You're like, well, I wasn't ready for all that. I got to figure that out. Like, yeah, you're just like, my bad.
I just think like be humble, honestly. Like, yeah, I gotta hold that. Gotta do better next time.
Yeah, it happens to all of us. And then like, you know, we've all been there, like, and missed something and been sad, but like that's just the way it goes. So we see South Central Kids 2-0, nicely done. Moving on there.
Yeah, but of course, Shibuya's Angels, Rob CD and Kyle. Rob CD was really impressive, man. You know, like, let's put our cards on the table. I think a lot of people are looking at this and they were looking at Lucari. They're looking at Jake and Bake. I'm going to tell you right now, after what I saw from Rob, I would be scared shitless. I do not want to play that dude. And I'm going to tell you right now, Pete, Premier 2, he's, in my opinion, I wanted some kind of representation from the Asia region, and I'm going to be honest with you. I put myself as a coach. The original plan was not for me to be a coach. I asked somebody else, but it just didn't work out this time. Maybe next time, Mike Ross. But anyway, I want to say this about
Not saying
Pete.
names.
Without saying names, I want to say this about Pete. He is very modest and he undersells himself. This dude has played some Street Fighter in his time, and you could tell. He is. I was very impressed when I first played against him. Dude, I don't know. But let me ask you something, Marine and Sajam. What is something that you can see in a match with lower level players and that is instantly like impressive to you? What's like? Can you think of something that you can see them do, and then you think like, wow, that's good?
I think it's like almost anything. Like anti-airing is huge. Like if you're anti-air, you're the GOAT. Like I'm already like very impressive. The other thing is when they get hit by something like twice and their immediate reaction is not like I'm dead, it's over, and just be like, wait, how do I stop that? Like if I see someone just like start blocking, like okay, I don't like what's happening, I'm dying. Both of those things are like, okay, I like this. Like you're already getting there.
What about you, Marine?
I kind of like to see like the accidental meaties. You know, we were watching like we were watching
Mogu,
Mogu play, and we've seen like, you know, the meaty fierce, right? So we were saying that, and also the like people blocking too, because sometimes, you know, your opponents want to like press buttons and like try to like have it their turn, but just seeing them just like block and like wait their turn is also pretty impressive too, because we want to have the match be over and in our favor, right? But it's not always like the fact that like you know, just go onga bunga, you know, especially in this tournament, like just see what you can do, what you can press, like experiment while you're playing.
I'm gonna tell you something that it's kind of personal too, but the thing that it's personal because when I was really learning how to play seriously, I played with, like, I'm from Louisiana, and the scene there is very it's a very peculiar kind of brand of hater. So in the same way that East Coast, in my mind, right, they really admire and kind of favor the lame style. I had the privilege of being thrown into this weird like Gulf South kind of, like, they also favor that really lame shit. So for me, in the way I learned how to play and I honed my sense of fundamentals, I really love seeing timeouts. I love seeing low-level players. So, like, you saw it yesterday in the grand finals of the AT&T. And I thought that shit was so sick. The fact that Lyric is willing to tell Jake, like, I'm going to mentally screw you, and you're going to mentally screw, we're going to mentally screw each other. Like, I'm willing to take this loss. I'm willing to take this loss by timeout just to let you know, when you have the advantage, I'm not going to play into it. And I love that. I love that sense of patience, that willingness to be able to impulse control. That is so important at the low level, and I love being able to see it. But here we go. Emiru going up against Peach Milky, and this is every new player's worst nightmare right here.
Nah, Emiru is the GOAT. I gotta say, like, you know, I was teaching someone for this event, and I asked, like, are you trying to win? Because I'm going to introduce you to your friend Edmund. And they're like, no, I like actually want to learn how to play. I love that Emiru. Yeah, I love Emiru being like, nah, I'm an Edmund player. This is my fate. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do what it takes to win. I'm a gamer.
Yeah, she's a true Honda player for sure. Because like when I was watching her play in the AT&T tournament, she's like, oh, my headbutt isn't working. All right, gotta do butt slam. Oh, my butt slam isn't working. All right, gotta do hands. Like, I just love her game plan where she's like, okay, I got this, I got that, and this, but rinse and repeat if none of them works.
She's like actually my hero. I love it. Like, yeah. I love when new players find something that works and they're like, I'm gonna do this until you die. And if you hate this, that's it. Like, get owned. You know
just
what I mean?
Approaching it with that very simple logic. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you're having a conversation with the other person, and if what you're doing is working, then keep doing it until they can stop it consistently, like this.
Oh my God.
Yes, this is Street Fighter.
That is true. That's a lot of ass right there.
She's tooting that thing up. She's tooting that thing up, and she's making it clap. I'll put it that way. But for Peach Milky, I really like the approach at the beginning too. Took the offense to her. Didn't really let her camp and tried to use, of course, a hooligan combination as well. But yes, that's the threat of it, right? If you haven't practiced against these specific Honda tactics, it can be very difficult.
Did you see? Oh, the DI. That is. I would have got hit by that DI. Straight up, actually. That was the DI timing. Oh, hell.
Oh, the spiral arrow out the corner. She stopped the loop.
She did. She escaped. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, we might have found the answer. This might be it.
This is what I'm talking about. You're having a conversation.
Oh my.
Yo, that was actually really smart because Emery, she was doing headbutt into the corner, and then she saw the corner and she did drive impact, which is like also another thing that I'll add to my list that I'm very impressed to see these beginner players do.
Okay, the arrow to get in. Throw mid-screen. Emery were willing to camp and just advance with that ass.
That's what I'm saying.
Go on, wake up. Wow, really? We're doing reversals?
You know what I love is that Emeru delays stuff too. Like she hit meaty headbutt and then was like, oh, I have to wait a second for the next headbutt to hit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that
is. She doesn't keep it consistent timing with that for a reason because she knows what kind of game plan she's doing.
Did you see like whiff headbutt?
Yes.
Like that's not an easy. You don't do that on accident, right? Like if you do a headbutt and you're like, oh, okay, cool, I'm shallow, nice, I'll just do this.
Okay. Look, but
I like it.
So like that went the way it did, but Peach Milky was doing some things that I really liked that she was doing, and she kind of took some of the things that I was talking about with her. Is if something is working, keep doing it. And she, you know, like what I did with her was we played like a game of like tag, right? Where like I would touch her with a combo, auto combo, and then I would run away. Now you have to chase me, but I'm gonna try to keep you out, that kind of thing. And I think that kind of exercise was really good for being able to show the basic like triangle of throw versus strike versus DI versus blocking, right? And how that worked. And it obviously it doesn't feel good to go down like that against Honda, especially because he's so punishing and brutal.
Yeah.
But I liked what she was doing and I liked what I saw. So big ups to Peach Milky and Pete holding it down for Team B. But
no, that was great. I think Peach Milky did a great job there. It's not easy to stop that. It's not easy for like me to stop that. If it makes you feel better, like it's someone I played fighting games for a little while. It's not easy to stop that. And Emeru doing headbutt, and then as soon as you got to the corner doing drive impact is like that's already so like, oh man, yeah.
We talked about it before the stream went live, right? Where it's like Honda is an extremely highly rewarding character for a very simple game plan and low execution game plan at that. And you, as the person defending him, you have to be a lot better than the Honda player at doing that. It's tough. It's not easy. But here we go. It's Lakari going up against Premier 2. This is one of the most entertaining streamers on Twitch in North America going up against one of the most entertaining streamers on Twitch in Japan, in my opinion. Premier 2.
We saw the headbutts of this team already, and now we're seeing the hairlines. I like that, representing on both sides. Lakari, you might notice his rank's pretty high, actually. He's been gaming.
There's a reason why I invited him, and I cannot stress enough how happy I am that him and Emi were down for this, because I wanted Lakari because he put that work in. He put that grind. Before the AT&T, he's not even in that shit. Not even in that shit. He just wanted to play. He's a low-key fighting game player, and I got to respect him. Drive.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing a lot of Tekken, too. I mean, he's somebody that I've seen stream a lot of fighting games before,
Tekken,
obviously.
Type Lumina, he's played everything and anything, and he's always down. And that's why I fuck with him.
Yeah. Even watching him roll gacha, I think I'm sad that it gets more viewers than him playing fighting games.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, I like watching him play fighting games. It's pretty funny.
We know a few guys with lunatic baldness. That's he's another one, I think, in a completely different way, mind you. But
yes.
I also like. Okay, Pete, just out of range.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, just a little too far out.
Yeah, meaty into throw. No confirm there, but yeah, drive rush on Oki. Yeah, Pete is willing to wake up EXDP.
I like to, I was gonna say Premier has the right idea to drive rush in for pressure too. I'm like a fan of doing that after. Oh, the burnout. Chip's a problem now.
Yeah, and it's also...
And level 3 is scary.
Yes, exactly. Cammy's meter as well. I told him to be aware of that, but again, Spin Knuckle being able to bury his way in, and then in Burnout, you know, it's hard to deal with anyway, but then when you have the benefit of additional block stun from Burnout, yeah, it's a difficult situation to be in. Lucari taking the first game. But for Pete, like I said, you know, he's somebody who he's dabbled with a lot of Street Fighters in the past. I think he's cut from the same cloth as a Lucari, as a Jake and Bake. The only difference is the amount of hours that they put into this game. To be honest with you, I was really impressed when I booted up with him the first time. He played me to a timeout, and I was like, that's when I was like, okay, he knows what he's doing. EX donkey kicking the DP, taking and throwing.
Look at this pressure.
Taking it and throw. Oh no, nice neutral jump from Lucari. That's gonna be a lot of damage and hopefully putting him in burnout. There you go.
The defiant sweep, a Bari sweep, the throw, neutral jump, punish counter. Oh, Pete!
Oh my, that was an old man Tatsu. That was an old man Tatsu.
Sit on it, Pete. Spin knuckle.
Through the fireball.
Lucari with a very good reaction. Great spin knuckle.
That was very good. Man, and you know, the reason I can tell Premier has played other fighting games is like in old Street Fighters, that jump Tatsu does work like that.
Yeah.
Like that's like a real thing in older Street Fighters. It doesn't work the same way in this game.
Punish counter throw. We take those. Overhead, a Lucari mashing throw. Oh, Aaron super.
Yeah, block. No, it's hard to punish from that far too. So not that
scary. Drive rush through it, or like drive rush after blocking it, or with
maybe yeah. That's the way to punish it. I'm not sure if Lucari has blocked that super from that far before. Probably.
Pete is being very aggressive.
Oh, maybe a little too aggressive with that block sweep. Oh, the shimmy.
The throw tech. Yeah, I showed him. That's why sometimes it's better to do Street Fighter 5 players take the throw. Yep. First game going to Lucari.
Second game, actually.
Second game, damn.
Lucari cleaned up. Yeah. Just like that. Well, Obama, you don't have to play it, looks like. Just like that.
Thank God. Thank God.
You get to be a spectator. Well played, though. I think, you know, it's very clear, as you mentioned, like little things that can tell you that this person's played fighting games before. Like, Lucari went for pressure and, like, missed. And then Pete just, like, delayed back through. Like, you don't do that kind of stuff if you're not somebody who's played fighting games before. Like, kind of, like, recognition of, like, oh, God, I'm not actually in danger. Like, late back throw is a natural reaction if you played fighting games before. And that jump Tatsu attempt, like, yeah, I mean, I totally get it. If that was, like, 4 or something or 5, like, you know, Tatsu works a little different in that game, or even like SC or something, you know, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, and just like watching the match with like Lucari, like Majin has mentioned, like he's really good. Especially like playing Cammy. I feel like Cammy's like really hard because you have to have those hit confirms. But I feel like having drive rush really helps it a lot. Where you, let's say, like you do a low forward, like oh, I'm gonna do drive rush, and then just go into whatever combo to extend the damage. But he played super well. Holy cow! No, I'm very impressed.
Premier 2 straight up, like we knew this was gonna be a challenging match, no matter whether he got matched up against Jake or Lucari, just because of again the time difference, right? But I liked some of the stuff that he was showing, he's kind of modest, kind of downplays himself a little bit in terms of his experience and stuff. But like I said, I could tell right away. I'm like, I know you know how to play these games. You definitely played some before. I could tell. You know, you have that sense, like with the way some people move or the way they behave. You could tell. You know it. You could feel it. And I'm like, man, you know, people are probably not going to be looking at you and thinking that, but I think you might surprise some folks.
I mean, how many people in the chat have played somebody who's master rank before and beat them, right? Like, it's hard. Like, I'm sure a lot of you are probably a similar skill level of Premier, right? You're someone who's iron, rookie, bronze, silver, gold, plat, whatever, right? Like, fighting someone at that level is hard. And, like, I think it was, you know, the match was very close, actually. The second match in particular, like, it was pretty close, and Premier did a good job. I think, as you said, with more time, I could see that match being super competitive, honestly. Like, it was well played. He
is silver in the JPEG, but I think he's not much time away from being way higher. And you know what, dude, you just said something that I got to call myself out too, is like, I get so focused on my own little world that I forget, there are not that many people with master rank. You know, and to us, it's like nothing. You know, like, dude, it's a JPEG. It doesn't mean shit. Obviously, you know, you just clock in. I got like a 49% win rate or whatever like that, and I got it, you know, or whatever. But for a lot of people, they're still in the trenches, man. You know, and I'm sure a lot of you guys in the Twitch chat and a lot of you, I know for sure a lot of you guys on Twitter talking that shit. I know y'all ain't. I know y'all's ranks ain't that high to be talking the way y'all talking. And so, like you said, I think for a player who has had Pete's level experience of just a few days of like kind of grinding like that, I think being able to go up against a master player like that, he's gonna look at this footage in a few months from now and he's gonna be like, man, I'm in a completely different world than I was that Sunday that week, right? Because he's already a different player than he was on Wednesday. You know, that's that's the fun part.
When you watch, like, you know, you look at like the Street Fighter subreddit or something, people are like, dude, I'm so hype. I just made it to like Iron, or like I just made it to like Bronze 3 or whatever. I finally broke through to Silver. Like, it's like a big deal. Like, you know, you watch streamers and they're like, yeah, guys, I'm taking my 9th character to Masters. And like, sure, that's like very like, okay, good for them. And it's like disheartening if you're not there, but you got to just recognize that's how it goes. We see the bracket here. South Central kids versus hairlines and headbutts. And we will be playing this match, by the way, in the bottom here. We're not doing like a regular double elim bracket, but Sonic Boomers versus Shibuya's Angels will be for 3rd place matches.
Yeah, exactly.
Well.
Like I said, the point is about giving these players, mind you, the experience, right? So I want to see them play it out for 3rd place, especially going up against some of the competition that they just went against. I mean, those I think were some of the teams that were probably the favorites, you know. But my thing was, especially from the beginning, playing with the heart of an underdog and also playing with the perspective of it's not about, I don't care about if you win or if you lose. All I care about is, are you better today than you were on Wednesday? And from what I've seen already, just from my team, I'm already really pleased. But Rob is in the call. Rob CD, can you hear me?
G'day, mate.
Oh my God, yo, crank him up a little bit, just a little bit. Hey, Rob, real quick, this is Majin Obama. I just wanted to say, look, I'll say this. I sent a lot of emails. I sent a lot of DMs to a lot of different people. Some people didn't get back to me, and that's no hard feelings. But you right away were like, "Yo, I'm in," and I appreciated that. You know, obviously you're a famous IRL streamer. You know, you're out here with me. I wanted the representation. That's why I hit on you. That's why I hit up you, hit up Premier 2, and I wanted you guys to be able to represent how we do it out here for Twitch in Japan and Twitch in Asia.
And shout out to Ken as well. Kuro Ken.
Ken. I was saving him for the end, but yeah, Kuro Ken and Kuro Ken obviously hooked it up as well. But I want to say, Rob, for people that don't know you, why don't you introduce yourself real quick?
Well, I bought this game on Wednesday, and look at me now.
Oh, that is unreal. Yeah, dude, Wednesday? That's wild.
Yeah. So, all right. I played Smash a little bit. I mean, just for fun. So maybe it kind of carried over. That's what the modern control is all about. But anyway, I do IRL streaming. I'm not really a game streamer that much. But I do a lot of cycling, go around to festivals, I went to pop-up stores. I cycled from Tokyo to Korea to Seoul and back. That was pretty cool.
Dude, I saw that. I watched quite a bit of that, and I was like, dude, this is sick. That seems like such a fun thing to do for an IRL stream. I was like, man, it looked like a blast.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But thanks so much for putting this on. I'm having a good time, even though I'm getting curb stomped. And
no, man. That was not a curb stomp, bro. That was not a curb stomp. But what I wanted to say, Rob, was like I appreciate you. You were one of the people who, for this kind of event, for me, this isn't like $1 million corporation putting this on or anything like that. This was just me. I just wanted to get cool people, and we wanted to do something cool. I appreciate you being down for it. But the other thing too is I wanted to get where are you from and what is your experience level with fighting games? You talked about your history with Smash, but tell us a little bit more about that.
So, what do you mean? Where am I from?
Well, like what area or region? And that.
Oh, I'm from Australia, but I live here now in Japan. I've been here for like 9 years, maybe. I originally just moved out like most people because I was kind of curious about Japan and that kind of thing, but only planned to stay for a year. Did a bit of English teaching, and I liked it more than I thought I would, so I decided to stay. And I'm glad I did. Now I'm streaming full time, which is nice.
And what about your history with fighting games or Smash? You know, I kind of consider them in the same.
Not like super sweaty or anything like that. I used to be into StarCraft, which is not really a fighting game, but I played Smash.
It's a kind of fighting game. It's a kind of fighting game.
Yeah, well, if you compare it to modern controls, you could say it's basically the same.
Hey, I got a nasty Terran squad, man. We can play sometime. I got a nasty Terran squad.
Yeah, but I'm playing Smash on and off just for funsies, and I haven't been to any Evo yet. but I've been down to the Nakano Red Bull Arena a couple of times. And,
Oh, nice.
I know a
Yeah,
thing or
yeah.
two about that place. I know a thing or two.
Yeah.
which is always good fun. And I
Dude.
feel like the fighting community's always been pretty chill, and you know, I thought a lot of people would be super anti modded controls, but then to see people being like, nah, just have fun, just play with it and see how it goes, and you know, it's really
I think most people are like, if you are down to play the game, they just like don't care how you do it. But I was gonna say, like, if you're since you're in Japan, maybe Evo Japan next year would be fun to IRL stream if you're available. Because I think like Jake did it before too. You can go beat him up in real life. Go do a little running drop kick. You know, get some revenge.
I've also done it, and maybe in a different kind of way. But Rob, like, come on out, man. Like, we'll hold you down. We got you.
April, right? I think so. It's gonna be good.
But
Yeah,
either way,
that'd be
what I wanted to say, Rob, was thanks for playing and going into your next. Actually, I guess one question I had is you haven't had a lot of time with this game, obviously, but in the little bit of time that you have had, I liked the set that we just saw. What was something that Giuna taught you that really stood out to you, or that like kind of changed your perception on the game?
Well, I you know, because I'm a spry young man, I played the really early fighting games, so I started off with classic controls, and he basically convinced me to try modern. And being from, you know, a little bit of Smash, I enjoyed that. But he coached me well. He said, don't try to do anything like too technical. Just get down a couple of combos, or get down a couple of reactions that you're going to be confident with, and mix it up. Because it's not about being super sweaty. I'm not going to play footsies after a week of playing Street Fighter. So he said, keep it simple. He helped me a lot, actually, so I appreciate it.
So you come from that English. You come from that English teacher life out here. We don't like to talk about it that much, but there's that saying, right? KISS, keep it simple, sensei, right? Yeah. So you can see him employing it already here, and dude, you took the AT&T Annihilator 3-time champ, and you took him to the brink, dude. You pat yourself on the back. But going into your next set, I want to see. What are you thinking going into it, right?
Oh God, listen, I'm good mates with Pete, and so I just hope that he forgives me after I crush him into the ground.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, I love the trash talk. Yes.
All right, I
We're
wanted
about
this
it.
to be positive and no toxicity, but if they know each other, they have rapport. That's cool. All right, I'm cool. All right.
Beat his ass and call him a bitch.
No, I'm sure I'm gonna lose. But anyway,
yeah, Rob, be on standby. We'll call you in a minute. Can we get let's see if Peach Milky is down for to hop on the call real quick,
all
Yeah,
right,
be cool.
jump out.
because it's gonna
Later,
be
that gamer.
Peach Milky versus Kaho Shibuya.
Cheers, my dudes.
Yeah, have a good one.
Have a
Thanks
good
for
one,
stopping
Rob.
by,
Thanks for
Bye.
coming through.
Yeah, if you guys didn't see any of the cycling, you should check it out, by the way. It was sick. I thought that was a very cool idea. A bunch of people did stuff like that. Like, there was a charity one that Sea-Dog did. And
Sea-Dog and Chris Broad.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was cool.
Premier's a part of that as well. I'm kind of following in their footsteps on some of that stuff. And it's, it changes your perception.
You did your own cycling, actually.
It changes your perspective on Japan, to be honest with you. Not just in terms of like how people can be in different places, but also how crazy the infrastructure is in some of these country places where the roads are actual death traps for people trying to travel. I guess, real quick, Rayo, why don't we talk about some merch real quick? Because, Chris Sag is going to break my legs if I don't throw him a bone like this. Officially licensed merchandise brought to you by Tenno. Guys, if any of y'all are heading out to Evo, if you're not, make sure you guys scan the code at the bottom or visit tenno.gg/merch to check out this officially licensed selection of designs from Tenno Media. They've been doing a lot of work on the merch front. Whatever your favorite fighting game is, whether it's KOF or Strive or Guilty Gear or Tekken or Street Fighter, I know you probably picked up on what I did there, Sajin. But
yeah, I know.
But they've got a lot of new releases, a lot of new designs, and a lot of stuff that's coming out too. If you guys are heading to Evo, I'm telling you, save up your money and go head to that booth day one. Some stuff might get sold out really quickly. They're gonna have a lot of your favorites there. If I don't know about you guys. Do you guys have any Tenno merch?
I do.
I
have
don't.
The Bad Moon.
Oh, that's really nice.
The Bad
Yeah,
Moon?
like
I really like the Dandyism hoodie. I like the.
Yeah.
To be honest, like GG has a lot of like underutilized iconography. Like logos and symbols and shit that look cool. that don't look too gamerish to where you can wear it in public and not feel weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, like, I think the Dandyism hoodie, like the mix of those two things is very, like, it surprised me, but I think it looks super cool. It's also very cozy. And I own the Tasty Steve shirt, which is also great.
Awesome. Yeah, Tasty Steve shirt. You got the
beads.
You got the bead package too. I know you got the special.
I do.
The special one.
I wear them everywhere. Yeah, every time I leave the house, the beads. It's like beads, keys, wallet, phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say too, like, definitely like show up to the booth too, because like I regretfully don't have any merch from you guys yet, because like anytime I pass by the booth, it's always a long line, and I'm like, I'll come back later. But no, like the merch is super fire, so definitely come through and support.
Yeah.
And with that said, let's take another look at the bracket real quick. So coming up next, we're gonna have this third place match. So this was a adjusted Waseda style single elimination bracket. That's teams, but we're gonna have Sonic Boomers going up against Shibuya's Angels. So we're gonna have Kaho Shibuya going up against Peach Milky right now. And this winner of this team format is gonna get the third place match, the third place standing rather. But after that, we're gonna have our championship match between South Central Kids and Hairlines and Headbutts. So with that said, is Peach Milky? Can she get in there? She's in the call. Yeah. Oh.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Peach. I just want to say the match against Emiru. This is John.
Yeah.
That was good shit. Good shit. That was really good.
Yeah. Thank you.
I know it probably feels disheartening just having just a brolic Japanese man just drop his ass over and over and over again like that.
For sure.
But you did what I was telling you to do, and that's what I wanted to see.
That's all I was trying to do. I was just like, okay, let me think about my training. Let me remember the training.
But real quick, Peach Milky, why don't you introduce yourself to people who might not know?
Oh, okay. Hi everyone. My name is Peach Milky. I also live in Japan. I'm a streamer, model, and cosplayer. I stream on Twitch. I play a lot of JRPGs mostly. I don't play a lot of competitive stuff. This is my first time playing Street Fighter. So yeah, I'm having a good time.
Wow.
You said it's your first time? Yeah, like you played so freaking well. I'm very impressed.
No.
No, you didn't.
You guys are being too nice to me.
I promise we're
I
not.
tried.
Like you genuinely did great.
Yeah. Obama did well. He taught me very well. So that's all I can say. But I'm having a good time with the game actually, and I think even after this, I'm gonna continue playing it because it's a lot of fun.
Awesome! Heck
Yeah.
So that's what I like to hear. Peach, I guess, is there anything you want to say to people before you play your match against Kaho?
Kaho scares me. I'm scared.
Just remember what I said.
Yeah. Remember the training.
Not even the training. Just remember the other thing I said. It's just like, it's natural for you to play in with a lot of people watching. It's really easy for people to talk shit or to say whatever. But the truth is, you put your name on a dotted line. You're playing in it's not a competitive environment, but it feels that way, right?
Yeah, it does.
So let that go. Just have fun. And remember, if you're playing better than you were on Wednesday, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'll be happy too. That's the plan.
All right, good luck. Let's see if we can get Kyle on real quick. Tag her and just get her in the call. And let me know when
Good luck.
Good luck!
You know, there's like a phrase. When I used to be a wrestler, I'm sure a lot of people are familiar. There's like a phrase that I always try to reiterate to fighting game fans and wrestlers in their own way. It's called you leave it all on the mat, which just means like if you go and wrestle and you wrestled your absolute best, you tried your best, you did everything you could do, and you lose, you actually just can't be upset. It's like one of those things where like as long as you went out, you tried, and like you did everything you could. If you lose, like you can't be sad about it. Like you trained as hard as you could, you showed up ready, you like went out there and did it, and then you lose. Like how could you be mad at that, right? Like you didn't do anything wrong. You literally did your best, and then you lost. Like
exactly.
Okay, well. Yeah, you just gotta, you leave it all out there, and then you go back to the next thing, right? You're like, okay, I'll just try again next time.
I think like we get like really invested in this mindset of like losing is the worst thing on earth. You're a terrible human being if you lose. The difference between the best people and the like mid-level people, like people who are the best at something have histories marked with defeat. There is no one who is just purely undefeated like that. Even like people with professional records, they'll tell you, like Floyd Mayweather, he'll tell you dude, there was somebody I sparred with, and he sauced me up, and he got me to change the way I looked at the ring. Michael Jordan got his ass beat for quite a few years. There are some teams that just roasted him. They put him in the gym. They made him add 30 pounds of muscle. And that sounds crazy, but you have to remember that losing is not the worst thing on earth. It's okay. It's about what you do after. That's what determines, you as a player. That's what's gonna stay with you. The best
I was gonna say,
lost.
Yeah, because like losing is part of learning, right? Because if you didn't lose, and it's like, oh, like what did I gain from them? So obviously, like you gained a dub, right? But like it's really nice to be able to, watch those replays. You mentioned before, like watching the VODs of this event, like, oh, I could have done this better or do this better. And Milky mentioned before, like, oh yeah, I kind of want to like play more in these tournaments or something. So it's really nice to see that, like that fire inside of you, like as a beginner, and then just wanting to compete more, just really puts a smile on our hearts because, like, We've been in the scene for a very long time. It's always nice to see new blood in the scene and just wanting to see them get better.
Voice connected. Oh wait, I cannot. Wait, no, sorry.
Hello, how goes
Hello.
Test. Kaho, can you hear me?
Mute it now.
Miss Shibuya, can you hear me? Test.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Yes.
Turn on camera. Second.
It's cool. Give it a second.
We'll get there. Yeah, 1 second. Then the audio, boom, everything, and then she'll say what's up, and then we'll be good.
Is it wrong that I say miss? Like,
I think I
try to keep it
by
respectful.
accent. I don't even know. Wait. I'm gonna turn on the stream.
Oh, I hear her too. She's watching the stream in the mic. The streamception.
Okay. Now I wait. Is it ready to video chat?
We can hear you.
Am I gonna turn?
We can hear you.
Wait. They're listening this, right?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
I know. I can't hear them. Wait a second.
Is Discord muted?
I'm still in tech, okay? Wait a second. Game. Okay, game audio down. And
It's cool. Take your time.
Wait a second.
This is the hardest part about streaming.
This is the hardest part about net play events. Is if you want to. I remember, like, I've definitely done some high-level Tekken events where we have to do this live, and it's just like it's miserable.
Yeah, it sucks.
Especially because out here, oh my god, some of these dudes, you're like, yeah, I need you to plug your headphones in your computer. They're like, how do I do that? I'm like,
yeah.
How do I do that?
I'm like, bro, you're like a 38-year-old man in Japan. Like, how do you not know how to plug headphones into a computer? And he's like, I don't.
Because I guess that's gonna be laggy. I think it's gonna.
Like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Like, bro, I'm like a random immigrant in your country. How am I on the stream? How am I on the stream trying to tell you how to plug headphones into a computer? Like, make that shit
and they're just like,
That's
and they're just
embarrassing. Jeez.
Yeah. Or now she's gonna think you're talking about her. Look at that. You're not even talking about her.
No, but I think that's something that I like. We talked about it earlier. I think that's something that's really. Oh no, Kaho, you can hear us.
Can I turn on the stream? You're not talking about me.
Test. We can hear you, Kaho. We can hear you.
Kaho, we're not talking about you. You're good.
Doesn't matter.
The Battle Hub music in the background is killing me.
I just cannot hear you, so I have to turn on my microphone on my phone.
Okay.
It's cool. Listen, Kaho, just one thing.
There's music in the background?
Yeah, there's music. Yeah. But just one thing. Do you have anything that you want to say to people watching? Yeah, there's music. Yeah. Just one thing. Do you have anything that you want to say to people watching?
One thing. Okay. Oh wait. Am I?
Yeah. Go. You're good. The tech.
Okay, I'm good. So I very use Discord. Sorry about that. This is embarrassing. And as you can tell, like I'm such a boomer, probably.
No.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna turn off. Like, I'm gonna guess what you said. I guess it's gonna. It's yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So as you can tell, like I'm such a boomer. I don't even know how to use Discord, and I haven't played Street Fighter since 2, I guess. So yeah, the Super Famicom, like Super Nintendo was the last console I played the game. So yeah. Yeah, it seemed very, I don't know, very futuristic.
I guess all I wanted to say was
I'm just being fascinated by it.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah.
All the new characters.
So
like a new Pokemon to me. So yeah, I think I'm gonna change up the character. I like Chun-Li. She's my first crush in any games. So I'll use Chun-Li next time. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, and I wanted to say thank you for joining this because you always end up around a lot of fighting game events, but I think it's really fun and it's interesting for us to see how you approach fighting games. So I thought the Luke was really good too. By the way, you did really well. But going into the next match, I just wanted to say good luck and thank you for playing. By the way.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So with that said, go ahead and get them locked in. It's going to be Kaho going up against Peach
so
Milky.
Much. Yeah, I thought Luke was probably the easiest to go. He got projectile in mid-sense, so thank you.
I like that.
All right, so we're gonna get them locked and loaded. This is gonna be the third place match. It's gonna be Kaho Shibuya going up against Peach Milky. Thanks again, Kaho, and good luck.
Kaho's my hero for just being like, Chun-Li's my first crush, so I'm going back. Like, just like, Luke seems simple, but like, I'm just going back. I like that she said, by the way, she's like, yeah, I played Street Fighter 2 back in the day. I'm like, damn, really? Like, that's really cool. I think a lot of people have that experience, like, of just being like, yeah, I played Street Fighter 2, like 30 years ago, whatever. So like, yeah, it's nice to mess around with this one, and like, that's it's like cool that there's people coming back to the genre now and being like, wait, is Street Fighter good again? Like, it's like people are just like, wait, is this game good? Like, hold up.
You can't say that. Like, what? Like, bro, you're not supposed to say that, right? You can't say that.
Why am I not supposed to say that?
All right.
What are they gonna do? Fire me?
Look. Now hold on a second. You know what?
I like the last Street Fighter.
So look, I can say it on stream, right? Like, it's enough time has passed. So like, you got blacklisted, right?
Yo, well, yeah.
Hey, cheers. Me too, big dog.
Oh, cheers.
I've been blacklisted. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. I've been blacklisted before too. People don't even know about that. I don't even talk about it. But yo, good shit, Sage.
I was aware.
Good shit.
Yeah, but I like the last Street Fighter. It's not even like I'm hating, but I just like genuinely, what are they gonna do? Me and them are cool now. Everything's fine.
All right, so we're going to go in the game here, and these are two beginner-level players. They do not have a lot of experience playing Street Fighter 6, but it's going to be interesting for me to see their approaches into how they play the ground game in particular. Peach Milky versus Kaho Shibuya.
I love the switch to Chun-Li, and I love the reasoning, just literally being like, I think she's cool.
I like her. I like her.
Yeah, I think she's cool. I vibe with that because I think, for a lot of new players, like, there's the easy answers, like, I'm just going to pick what's cheap, and, like, instead just being like, nah, Chun-Li's cool. That's all it takes.
Is love enough? Sometimes it is.
Can love bloom on the battlefield?
It is right now. Throw loops in the corner. Oh, my God. Never mind. The Sanchi denying Peach Milky.
I've never seen Wake Up Hazanchi to be a throw loop in my life. This is why I love watching new players play.
We just learned something. We just learned something.
I literally learned that. Yeah.
Oh.
And they are swinging. Oh, my God. Overhead. No. Up kicks.
Oh, my God.
Up kicks.
Dash DP. Yo, that's the online special. Like, you dash up, you just do DP because that's not what you're expecting.
The Tenjo kicks, why not? Kaho back in the saddle. Like, this is my character.
Yo, she's kind of zoning.
Yeah, she is. I love the fireball game. It's actually sick.
I like Peach Milky, though, willing the bulldog in there. Wow, call out on the press on Wake Up. And this is the thing. It's like we're having a conversation. This is exactly what I taught her. If you're willing to get hit by this, bait and punish, I'll take the punish counter throw.
Oh my God. Oh my.
Try another DP once more.
If you're willing to press, take the hit. Take what they give you. We're having a conversation, right?
I like it a lot. I'm a fan too because like it's clear that like the game plan from Peach Milky is like I'm just gonna walk up and do auto combo meaty and like this is just gonna work. You know what I mean? Like it's a great idea because it's smart to identify that that's how pressure works, right? Like this is how you play the game.
This is what I wanted to emphasize with her. If they're gonna show you that they're not gonna block, then you take your hits. And there you go on wake up, just like that auto combo. Level 3. Superman kick to the back of the neck, attack on Titan. Throw with the DI.
Oh.
Throw it again.
Throw. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. Just keep doing it.
Oh,
and meaty
my
this
God.
time.
Oh, what mixture? Oh, Kaho's got it. Oh no.
Rare footage of DI outright beating lightning kicks. Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna beat it because like once it's like 3 hits, like it breaks the drive impact.
Yeah, and the hits come so fast, right? So it's usually a good idea, but it just wasn't enough that time. Wow. And Peach Milky just punishing Kaho right now for not blocking on wake up, and she got a sense for it, and she's taking advantage.
Yeah, you know, it's like genuinely impressive that Peach Milky is like running offense like this. Like legitimately just being like I will throw or do auto combo is like, oh my God, is already such a nice like adjustment for a new player to make.
Right. Oh man, so it is match point away for Peach Milky, or are we gonna see something up Kaho's sleeve? Oh!
Wake up lightning legs. Nice.
I really like how she's utilizing Hazanshu as well. Like she's been doing it over and over again, and it's been working.
No. Oh my God, if that would have hit.
Nice. Dude, that was great. Just legit walked up and punished the super. I'm a big fan. Oh, pressure now.
Jabs.
Yeah, we haven't really seen that. It's been like a lot of the auto combo. Wow, I didn't even know that worked. That makes sense, I guess.
Both players in burnout. The crouch fierce from Peach Milky. Throw whiff.
Oh no! Just one more.
Kaho on the prize.
Oh,
stand fears.
That was so smart, dude. Kaho just being like, oh, okay, this dash throw thing looks pretty good, and then just doing it over and over was legit a really, really smart thing to do. That was like a really nice adjustment.
I love that even at that level of play where it's two brand new players, you can see back and forth, right? And also, like I said, it's that was something I emphasize a lot to Peach is the way you want to think about these games at low level is I keep saying it, like you're having a conversation. If they're willing to tell you, I'm not going to block on wake up, you can meaty them, or you can just block, let them whiff, take whatever you want to do. You can do a fat punish, you can do a little punish, as long as you get a punish. At this level, that's what's important. If they're willing to let you jump in, then jump in. But you have to be able to have that back and forth. So before they start, see if we can get Premier 2 in the call.
Oh, they might already be in, sounds like. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's whatever. Yeah, just go ahead and run it then. We're going to get Premier 2 going up against Rob CD.
All right, we'll have to see. Oh, will we have a captain's match this time, too? I'm curious.
It's possible. It's possible. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I think this, but like, I'm excited for this one. I'm going to be honest with you. When the brackets first came out, I was looking at this as a potential really good set because I think that Pete has experience, obviously, but Rob is playing a cheap character and with high return, and he showed us something in that first set against Jake. I think this might be a really good set. I think this one is going to be a good match.
Yeah, and it's on Pete to like just vibe and like figure out how to stop this character from running you over, right? And if you're like a veteran player, I think like, you know, sitting there and like DPing the Superman punch and stuff might come to you naturally. But like if you're someone who's newer, like you just see her running at you, you're like, I don't know what to do. I'm just getting punched to death.
Yeah, that's where you just like press buttons to see if they'll like stop doing what they're doing, but then you end up getting like punish countered or like counter hit, whatever it may be. It's really scary for newer players to see like a big muscular woman running at you.
You know, in a similar way to Honda, right? You got to think about the reward factor. You know, it's about how difficult the game plan is to execute for them. It's not that difficult. And then versus the reward, it's highly rewarding. And then it's also what you have to know on the defensive end and what you have to be able to execute. And that's not always easy per character, right? Does your character have something that you can reliably armor break with? If not, then like, what do you do? Do you know about tapping her low? Do you have a normal that hits fast enough and low enough to be able to poke her out of Gladius strings? You know, you have to.
Right.
That's stuff you have to practice and know and finesse, and that's what's hard. But here we go, Premier 2 versus Rob CD. two of the biggest and most entertaining streamers in Japan.
Dude, Premier, I love what we've seen so far. Just like, I don't want to deal with any of this. I'm just going to block. I'm going to walk away and block. And like, this character is big and scary, and I don't want to get near her. And like, yeah, look at this. Just like, I'm okay over here.
Back away reaction.
Yo, driving back collision. Let's
DP.
go. Yo, I really love the combos that he's doing too. Just slowly putting Rob into the corner, but Rob jumps out.
And he jumps in. Bad position here. But so far, he's had good calls. And there's another good one. Jumping on the Gladius.
Oh, no.
Missed input, but missed punish.
Oh my god, I love it. Premier's game plan is great. This is definitely, you can tell this is someone who's played some Street Fighter, right?
The old man still got it. The old man still got it.
Oh, he grabbing. Oh, trying to flash into the meeting. Another one, but tech grab.
Oh, that's when it gets scary. Yeah. Oh, jump back.
EX Gladius is the problem, right?
Nice,
Oh
dude.
my god.
I'm so happy right now because I told Pete, have confidence in yourself, just trust in your game plan and your ability to digest what's happening in the match.
This
and
is
react.
scary.
This is going to be big damage. It's going to be probably about even on health. And the problem is, Rob has a big advantage here. To the wall, Fatal McFlurry in burnout. Neutral jump on wake up. Throw him.
Another grab. Oh no. Air to air. Just one more hit.
Oh my god. This is, yeah, I have to say, this is extremely impressive. Like, Premier is really, really doing a great job of not getting beat up by this character. It's very difficult to do, and Rob trying to force the issue still.
It's just, he's forcing it to be like this Tom and Jerry matchup, right? You're going to have to chase.
Right. Yeah, I really like how he is just, throwing fireballs and just keeping his distance because
they
obviously you don't want to be close
They bobbing
whatsoever.
back and forth. Drive impact to the wall.
Impact. Oh my god.
And Rob CD with the pressure. Jump out. I see the DI. Back throw.
Oh, back throw.
Oh no,
Missed input. He wanted DP.
I think you're right, yeah. Ooh, scary spot in the corner. I feel like he's just waiting for DI. Like, it's just like a little buffer. Nice.
Oh yeah, that's really smart. Oh, another one. That's gonna be huge damage.
Yeah, he was looking to try to like react and counter DI there, but he put himself in burnout with the rush pressure on Oki there. So yeah, good play from Rob to just go to the money button, and it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny as I'm seeing a lot of people be like, wait, this Ryu is silver? Like, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like you mentioned, just has not had a lot of time with the game, but this is clearly someone very solid who I would see climbing if he just spent more time, Oh, that's huge.
Oh, yep, it's Rob's turn, and just keeping Pete into the corner, and of course in burnout state as well, going for the super to keep that burnout state stagnant.
Kiss the rings.
Yeah.
Pete back to the wall in burnout. We've seen this situation last round, right? Highly advantageous situation. Throw to deny the impact. No punish on the wheel.
Misses.
Run and trying to get out of there. Oh, whiff. Level 3.
We take those. We take those.
No, wait, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. It's just a little too far.
And Pete trying to get out of dodge, but there's that Superman punch, armor through the fireball. Rob CD answering back. 1-1. I knew we were gonna get I knew we were getting at least one. Don't get me started on the next one. I knew we were getting at least one real set today. And this is it.
Man, you weren't kidding that this match between these two is gonna be like the hypest thing ever.
Like, yeah, this is a real set. Like, these two are it's a competitive match, which you love to see, right?
Say, Jay, am I lying or am I fibbing? Like, some of the matches that we watched in AT&T Annihilator Cup and in this, do they not look like some Evo Pools matches? I'm not even trying to gas it up.
Yeah, I mean, no, as someone who's commentated a lot of pools, like, yeah, this is what it's like.
This could definitely be a pools match.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've commentated pools matches that are far less entertaining in my life. I'll tell you what.
Love the honesty though.
Yes, the confirm.
Oh.
Take the knockdown. That's fine. Throw him. EXD
nice.
denied the Superman.
Oh, he tried. He tried DI, and I think he got the donkey kick instead. Oh
now
my
blocking on wake
needy.
up. Rob CD, Modern Marissa.
Man, Modern Marissa is the way to go. Like, you see this? Like, she's really freaking good no matter what controls you play her in.
That's what the M's for. Oh my god, I thought he was gonna get it. Nice try though from Premier. I like it. He's been confirming really well.
Yeah, you can tell he's trying to react and counter DI. It's just a little bit too late. But here we go, same situation. Rob has the corner. Premier 2 back to the wall. Gladius.
I love this Gladius. Yeah, this is so good. I think Rob is really nice.
Nice reaction, but going into Braille State, that's totally fine because you want to get out of the corner, but it's just a punish.
And then, oh my god.
Not enough.
Rob
And that'll
CD.
do it. Yeah.
God. Rob CD going 2-1 over Premier 2. You know, like, what I really liked from Rob CD's gameplay is that he was using Gladius when he saw Pete, like, jumping in. Because, like, obviously, when you, like, press the button, you can't block. Like, you actually get hit.
Yeah, I love the Gladius. I was just going to point that out, so I'm happy you brought it up because he like got the corner and he just sat there doing Gladius over and over because he was like, oh, every time I DI, he just DIs me back. What do I do? Oh, I'll just punch him. So just started doing Gladius over and over and over and never DI'd. And that was like such a smart adjustment to make. Like as a new player, to figure that out is like legit extremely impressive. Like, because when I was climbing the character to master, I had to do the same thing. I was like, oh, what am I going to do here? You know, like if my opponent's just sitting there waiting, oh, cool, I'll just Gladius them to death, right? So like, that is an extremely impressive thing to recognize as someone new to the game, to just sit there and be like, I'm gonna Gladius, this is what I'm doing, like this looks good.
When the one attack does everything, when it anti-airs, when it hits on the ground, when it does 30% damage and all this, like when it just does everything, you know? Set it and forget it. Just put it out there. Block string on hit, it doesn't really matter, right? Just do it.
Yeah,
yo,
it's a good move.
Go ahead and plug the stick in and get it ready. Tell G-Unit to go in.
You gotta play. Yeah, G-Unit versus Obama. Is Blanca more than the level 2 in the doll? We'll find out.
I said level 2 doll EX airball is what
EX airball. Okay, that was the third one. I had to remember all that. It's true.
So what I'm saying is I think at higher level that's really what pushes him. But he also has a lot of some good Oki stuff. But against some of the top tiers, I think it gets kind of difficult because some of those characters can kind of sit and they force you to have to try to make good calls in neutral and get your offense going.
You are spitting, but according to Juna in Japan, Guile, you know, is he a strong character? It doesn't look so strong, I hear, in Japan, right? So, you know, B tier character is what he keeps putting in the YouTube videos. He goes, "What's up, guys? You know, back at it again."
I wonder how many. I wonder how many of those opinions are his own, and how.
That's true.
You know,
he finds like 17 Japanese tier lists, and like one of them Guile's low, and he's like, "Look, all right, guys, got the new Japanese tier list today. Is Guile a weak character?"
He's like
we'll
Morgan Freeman in Dark Knight. He's got them all on the computer screens. And he's he's making an algorithm. He's like, what conglomerate Japanese tier list can I make the farm for in a YouTube video next? And that's pretty much how it works. Yeah, go ahead and plug in the stick and just get your unit in there and get ready.
I like that. Yeah, mid-tier character Guile, you know. He's like, all right, guys, let me get it going. Looking at everything. I love that. Meanwhile, in here, it's like, is he 1 or is he 2 in North America? But like everywhere else is like, well, you know.
All right, so I'm going to hop on. You guys take it. Get out. Yeah. I have to choose character. But you guys hold this down. I'll be right back.
Okay, see you soon.
Good luck out there. I can't wait to watch. This should be a fun one. So this is our first captain's match. For those of you who haven't seen so far, got a couple of 2-0s and stuff like that, right? But if both of the teams are 1-1, it is decided by the captains, which I like because I'm not sure about you, but a lot of events like this, it kind of feels like, oh, the captains can just like win for the team, and I don't really like that. But to have it so that the newer players on both teams have to get wins, and then it comes down to the captains, I think it's great. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, it's really nice too because I'm pretty sure we'll probably like see like a match similar to this at like offline tournaments or like online tournaments. So you know, I do like that format too, where like if the captains were to play, they would probably do like a what's it called, like one character victory, OCV.
Yeah, OCV.
Yeah, so it is actually pretty fair. And of course, you know, we get to see those like beginner players play because I'm sure like there are people watching this stream that are just getting into Street Fighter 6 and they see those players play and they're like, man, they're just like me.
Yeah, exactly, which is cool. I mean, I like that, right? I think it's a good thing to have people like that. I love the round start DI, by the way, and I love it again because if you've watched Obama's streams, you're probably familiar with his experience with DI. So I think that's a pretty smart way to start the round from Giuna, you know, just like, all right, let's see if are you older or under 30, right? You got to see if you're over or under. Can you react?
Exactly. It looks like Giuna's working on a perfect here. And of course, being at a peril health against Guile is scary, but getting hit by the overhead, Gina takes the first round.
Yeah, when I see the title in this game, there's a title that says longtime Street Fighter 2 player, I'd start DIing them. I'm like, okay, this person, they have grandkids, like it's time to, time to take the fight to them.
Yeah, time to go to sleep.
I like that. So I'm a big fan. Up spot for Obama here. Punish. Oh, blocked. Hit. Crouching light kick after the neutral jump. Man, Gina. I have to say one thing about that Gina is really good at in every game when I watched him play. His biggest strength is he has a really, really good flowchart to beat people online. I think that's like,
sure.
I can think of very few people who have like better, like I'm gonna win online flowcharts in games. Like he's really good at that.
Yeah, you just gotta play like a whack job online because your opponents are probably also playing a whack job too, so it works out.
Yeah, he's like, can you stop this? If no, you literally never beat me. And if yes, then like, all right, I'll do something else. But like, he's really good at that. Which is like, if you're an online warrior, you gotta have that. Oh man, Obama burnt out. No heavy kick anti-air.
Oh man, yeah, jumping at Guile is literally like what you don't want to do. It's so hard to jump over him.
And yeah, I like the delay. Oh, Gino was looking for that level 1 on wake up just in case.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but this is kind of like, like playing against Guile is just like so stressful because I play against multiple Guiles, especially so like I play Manon as a grappler. Like once you're in, you're like, oh, this is a treat. I'm here to dine in. But once Guile just like gets you out of his vicinity, you have to work your way up again.
Yeah, it sucks. Feels bad, man. You're like, well, I'm all the way over here stuck. Oh, my neutral jump.
We've seen a neutral jump multiple times, and it's been working on Obama so many times. Oh,
yeah,
DP.
And like Blanca's anti-airs are very good. Oh my crossover. But it is easy to just like delayed tech and just get blown up. And burnout. Oh, big jump.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
I thought that was gonna hit him.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
That was a really good whip punish for the sweep. He is still in this. Let's go.
Ooh, I like the walk up. Oh no, up ball. In the older games, it always had your back. In this game, I feel like not as much. You got to anti-air with like heavy kick.
Oh, nice back away. Man, like Guile using the fireball as some sort of insurance just to walk behind him. And even like he does drive rush 2 behind it. It's like, why? Well, why does he have this?
Yeah, they let him cook in this game for sure. They're like, Guile, you can just do whatever you want. Oh, no confirmed punish time.
No.
Level 3. Picked it up. 2-0 Giuna securing his team 3rd place in the tournament. Very well played, of course. Nice neutral jumps for the baits. Big fan.
Man, yeah, I think I could like hear Obama a little bit. Like he was playing him, he was like, oh. It's always like playing against someone where you're like, oh, maybe I could try this, but then like your opponent's like beating everything that you have in like your like library of combos that you have. It definitely sucks, but at the same time, you got to give it to your opponent. Be like, no, I got. Like they read me like a book.
Giuna has in every game the good online flowchart to beat players.
Yes.
I gotta tell, he is good at that in every game. I'm sure he will tell you himself that is one of his specialties. He is very good at being like, this is my game plan. Are you gonna be able to do it? If not, you're just dead. You just can't stop it. He's got a really, and it's not flowchart in parentheses rogatory.
Oh, sure.
It's flowchart in parentheses positive. Like that, you need to have a flowchart to beat people, right? Because otherwise, like you got to think too hard. He's doing great.
Exactly.
Damn, he got me.
Welcome
He got
back.
me. Yeah, I wish I would have had all my buttons set properly, but it's just how it is sometimes. But I think Emery's in voice chat. Well, I get him next week. It's no big deal.
Yo, what up?
Hey,
What's
Maureen and Sajam, if you guys have anything to say to her, go ahead.
You're a god gamer at Street Fighter. I have to say,
Dude,
I'm very impressed by your strategy.
I'm just a rat player, and a rat's gonna do what a rat's gonna do.
No, dude, like I was watching your stream playing in the AT&T tournament, and I really love your strat where like if something doesn't work out, you go into the next strat. If that doesn't work out, you go into the next strat. If all those strats don't work, rinse and repeat, and you just keep going unga bunga, and I really love that.
Thanks. I mean, it didn't work out for me that well in AT&T, but hopefully better today so I don't let down my coach, Lakari.
And I was gonna say, I don't know what your prior experiences with fighting games, because like, you know, I saw you play Street Fighter 5 AT&T before, where you were doing hands with Honda, and that was great. Big fan of that. But like learning fighting games this way, I have to imagine, like, you know, a lot of people think the genre is very intimidating, and then you're just like, let me learn this and just like, as Marine said, like unga bunga and beat people to death, and it's got to be pretty satisfying when it works.
Yeah, I'm a variety streamer, so I've probably played in like 20 different game tournaments, and I've just learned you just have to rat unga bunga, no morals, no self-respect. If you want to win, you just gotta rat, and that's just how it is.
I love that. You know what's funny is I was coaching someone for this, and I asked them, I was like, are you trying to like win, or like, you know, if so, I'm gonna introduce you to your friend Edmund, and like, are you trying to like have fun? And they were like, no, I want to have fun and learn Street Fighter, blah blah blah. And I tuned into your stream and I saw your strategy, and I was like, that's a gamer right there.
No shame, no integrity.
So I was gonna say, for Obama, I'm sure he had a question. If you want to go ahead.
I just wanted to say, like, I wanted the soapbox for a quick second, if I could, if you don't mind. I just wanted to say, it's like Marine and Say James said, I invited you and Lakari for a reason, and it was because I watched you play in the AT&T Cups when you did, and I was really impressed, and I loved it. And I just wanted to say, regardless of maybe some stuff that you've seen lately, I just wanted to say that watching you guys play, whether it's for a week, whether it's for a day, watching you guys be players like us, and sharing our game with the people that you play with, or that you stream with, or that watch you, it's both fun for us to watch, but it's also refreshing, because for some of us who are in that come from that competitive background, we kind of forget what it's like to get little victories and what little wins are here and there. And being able to see you guys, and we get to live vicariously through your growth with the game, and that means something to us. And I just wanted to say thanks to you and Lakari. There were a few people that I sent DMs to, and they were immediately down, and the fact that you guys were means a lot to me. And I just wanted to say thank you. And on behalf of people that play these games, we love to see it, and we hope you keep doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool seeing welcoming game communities that enjoy new players. There's not a lot of communities like that anymore, and you see a lot of like the older game communities kind of like eating themselves from the inside out. And when you say stuff you may have seen lately, you can just say Twitter, man. It's okay.
Yeah, okay.
No, but I think it's funny. I don't care. I think it's funny.
Yeah, I don't like that guy. He's bald. No, but I was gonna say, I have commentated like literally the biggest fighting game tournaments in the world, and I think like watching you guys play is legitimately as fun as fun and interesting as watching like the best players play in the finals of stuff, because it's such a fresh perspective. I've watched like a million hours of the best players playing, and watching brand new players pick up the game and like have fun and learn things is like, the light bulb moments are so much more frequent, and it is like genuinely sweet to watch, and it's like really entertaining. So I appreciate like you and everybody else who says yes to things like this. It is really cool.
For us, it's very nostalgic, I think.
Yeah. I remember learning fighting games, and all I did was like, my character had a roll and a grab, and I literally just did roll, grab, like just like a Honda headbutt, basically what you're doing. And I remember learning the game that way. And so like watching someone else do it is like really like, hell yeah, like that's sick.
Sick. Well, I love learning new games, so yeah, thanks for inviting me. It's been cool.
Emery, to close out, before you play your match, is there anything you want to just say to people watching, or anything like that?
Hi. I don't know.
That's Emery. You guys can go hit her channel up, and everybody else who's in this. Once again, thanks to Emery and Lakari. We'll check in with Lakari in a minute, but thanks again for playing. I just want to say thank you. That's all.
Yep. See ya.
See ya.
Later, gamer.
And her opponent is going to check in real quick. Moguin. Test. Mogu.
No, Mogu has not joined yet. But yeah, somebody guessed I played Abel. Yeah, when I learned fighting games, I did full screen heavy roll with Abel into command grab over and over. That was my strategy.
Test. Mogu, great. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Mogu, for people that might not know you, why don't you introduce yourself first?
Hello everyone, I'm a ghost VTuber. I play a variety of games, and I've somehow been dragged into the Street Fighter 6 tournament.
Yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about that? What exactly is your experience from your perspective with fighting games? Let's say that.
I was adopted by you guys, even though I like to play FPS. And what is it? What's my experience? Very little, none. Beginner. I'm a scrub.
I mean, I don't think you're a scrub at all. Like, we've seen you play, and like your cami is like probably better than all the camis that we've probably seen.
I mean, I'm spiritually Neko Arc.
Oh,
I like that.
yes.
Okay. Majin
Best character
Obama.
ever.
I was gonna say I first saw you ever play a fighting game because I was in Hanzo's stream and I left and I came back and he raided you and I was like, what is happening here? Who's this little ghost gamer? And then like, what's going on here? And then you were playing. I don't remember what you were playing. Maybe it was like the Strive days or something. I don't remember what it was, but I was like,
Might
this
have
is
been
sick.
Melty Blood.
Maybe Melty, yeah.
Probably Melty. Yeah.
But yeah, she's had stints with DNF, KOF 15. Never really like dove too seriously, but I think that's what's been fun about watching her with SF6, where she kind of committed a little bit. She actually, and I think something else that I think it's been fun about this is, like, I guess I should have told Emiru this, but it's also fun for me to watch, and you can see this with Mogu's community. It's fun for me to watch a community of people become invested in the growth of their favorite streamer or the person that they watch or that they support through the game. I think that's really cool, and I think you can see that with Mogu's community. But with that said, Mogu, you got to play Emery next. You got anything you want to tell people while watching?
I'm repping modern Cammy. Okay, I'm repping all the modern players out here.
Hell yeah. Love
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Okay, got a one button DP.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Best of luck to you, Mogu.
Thank you.
All right, go
it.
ahead and get him in.
Okay.
I hope she pulls up and she's playing classic and is like, psych, motherfuckers, it's over.
Of course.
That'd be hype. The heel turn. That would be pretty sick. But yeah, this is going to be our championship match. This is the one between these two teams. Both very impressive, by the way.
Yeah, so this is the point match, and I think this is what we were talking about earlier, right? We talk about Honda, how this character can be such a hurdle for the lower level players, right? And seeing the way that this is going to go down, I can tell you right now, Emiru is bringing some bold strategies to the table, right? But Mogu has put in, I think, out of all the time that I've watched her, she's put in a considerable amount of grind in this game compared to anything else. It's been a pleasure to watch both of these players become players, and that's what's hype about this. So here we go, Emiru versus Mogu.
The tech. Oh my, that tech. Okay, I didn't want to reveal it, but there was tech that automatic showed Emiru that was whiffing crouching heavy punch to move forward while holding charge so that you could headbutt.
Yes.
That's a real strategy.
And also using that
smart.
in conjunction with standing heavy to bait reactions as well.
Yep.
Yep,
And then back to the headbutt.
Yep, she's just gonna keep doing that until it works, and it is working.
I like the whiff throw into another headbutt. That was sick.
Ooh, the
nice.
reactions!
Collision! Emiro going in for the kill.
Oh, not enough.
Gamers.
Throw.
Oh my god! Oh!
With the little,
The mix on Oki, meaty crouch heavy 3 times, go low the last time.
Yeah, Obama, like you mentioned before, like these players are just like, doing like the light jab, like confirms and all that stuff. Like it works out because you're just doing a reset over and over again.
I love these whiffs into the hands. Oh, one button DP.
Oichio to catch the recovery.
Oh, big, thick, girthy man. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Is that your CFN?
No? Right?
Big
Huh?
girthy man.
Yeah.
Emiru again with the DI callouts here, paying off heavily in the super.
Yo, that's actually gonna kill too. That's very impressive. Nice.
It's scaled though, yeah. Modern scaling.
Oh no, just
One
a sliver.
chance.
Oh. Do it, headbutt. I dare you, Emiru.
Oh my!
She heard you. She heard you.
She was like, okay. Just like flew across the screen. She's like, what up?
So my question to Mogu is, how do you adapt to this? You know, what are you going to do? You're going to sit? That's fine. But you have to be able to stop the headbutts at this level, right? And that's what's hard. Wow, Emiru with a hard call out there. The bait in the EX headbutt like that? And
Ooh, and a DP for the confidence. Yeah, I really like that. Now she's just kind of like backing out, but going for the spin knuckle. Yes! Let's go, Mogu.
And the reaction! Counter DI! And that's going to be auto combo in the super. Wall push here. That should put Emiru on the back foot in terms of drive meter. She might have a smidget left.
Yeah, just a smidget for sure. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and she tried to
no.
parry. Uh-oh.
Not good, not
This
good.
is so bad. Yeah, this is so bad. Yeah, that spot is really, really rough.
That's right. Burnout in the corner against Cammy, right? She can do just spin knuckle and just be plus, 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 super plus like that. Puts you in a bad situation, especially if you don't have any meter. And Emiru used her level 3, so she really didn't have a solid escape.
Nice. I
Ooh.
love that. If you know they're just
Yeah.
going to do head by headbutt, just do the DP, right?
Yeah, Mogu is just returning the favor, and there we go to DI collision once more.
Yo,
Mogu
they are
is definitely ready.
They are gaming. They are gaming. They are gaming!
Oh.
I'm returning the favor.
Emiru with the haymakers. Spin knuckle all day in the throw!
Not enough.
Right, for the ship, for the ship. Oh my gosh.
Oh, God. Oh, not like this. Oh, God. Blocks the DP!
And no punish, but just one more DP. That's gonna be a chip.
Yeah,
Mogu.
in burnout, that's just man. Emiru is so dangerous. You talk about like that. The cornered mouse attacks the cat. Goes into burnout. I don't care. I'm coming for you.
I love the block on the DP, too. Like, that was very smart of Emeru to be like, okay, I got hit by this a couple times. I'm just going to wait.
Oh, my God.
Oh, okay, we got combos. Oh no, and the punish with the headbutts.
They're playing Street Fighter. This is tight.
I love... Oh, that was a nice bait.
They're actually playing Street Fighter. This is tight.
I like that idea. Emeru is doing a good job of, like, moving around. Yeah, nice. The butt slam is butt slam
and
time.
then the loop.
Yep, this is what I'm talking about. Everyone's gonna do butt slam if headbutt.
No! No way!
That was OD. Yo, perfect.
She's been dissuaded. Look, Emeru stopped. She's like, wait.
Mogu getting a little
Hold on.
impatient. Getting impatient, and she might pay for it here.
Oh, nice adjust.
The adaptation.
Oh my gosh, the reaction going for the DP. Everyone is still alive in this.
Emeru throwing that parry is actually so good. Like, man, that would have hit me. Like, that was such a good adjustment right there. Oh!
Okay.
I have never... That's too hard to do.
Right,
How did
pretty-
she just do that?
That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick.
That's
what?
like impossible.
Oh my God!
Perfect. Yeah, okay, that's actually broken.
How did she just throw spin knuckle? I'm like actually shook. That is so hard.
Oh! Drop combo, but
now-
Emiru not blocking, just holding forward. Holding true forward.
Uh-oh. A headbutt will do it. Oh, it beat the DP.
Yeah, Mogu had the right idea to do DP because it actually did work out before, but I wonder if like
It's just
maybe,
it's a fine timing, right? You have to be kind of
yeah,
precise.
yeah, exactly. Fine timing.
You have to be a little later, I think.
Yes.
And it's very hard to delay it that much sometimes when you're afraid. You know, you're like, I got to do it right now. And like that panic moment can sometimes get you.
Oh my god, Emerald.
The bullying. Oh my God.
You know,
I like the
also-
patience though.
I like the realization that Emerald, like when she's like full screen, she doesn't want to do headbutt over and over again because she did get whip punished by Mogu.
Counter DI
Nice.
again.
I like this a lot.
Carry.
And good on Emiru finally breaking the grab there. Not allowing the grab loop.
Nice. Mogu's walking away to full screen to try to make the headbutt whiff, as you mentioned, right? Just like stay back here. The special moves can't hit you, so just hold this space, and Emeru's walking her down. Uh-oh.
But yeah, you're in the danger zone now. Wow, whip punish on the hands. Mogu set point.
Man,
Man,
yeah,
this
no,
is-
like this is actually looking like a match. Like this is legit.
Yeah, this is a real match. These two players, the adjustments they're making are great. Like they're doing a super smart job. Nice. I like Mogu approaching actually. Oh my.
She's gonna hit once more like the last time.
What?
On the way down. Okay, she's learning. She's learning. I'm about it.
That is so hard to do. Like that's a two frame timing window to perfect parry like that.
Oh Oh man, the spacing between these two.
my
You know,
God.
like we mentioned before, it's like if you get in, like Mogu is going to whip punish whatever Emiru's coming in her way. But going into burnout though, it's gonna be well. She's on the other side though.
I love seeing new players play like old men. This shit's sick.
Yeah, watching Mogu just run like this is really smart because, like, yeah, if you don't know how to get near me, I'm just gonna run back and try to whip punish everything. It's very smart.
But like you said, it's also
Exactly.
about giving yourself the space to react. If they want to do full screen headbutt, you can see it. You have a longer time to confirm it and see it. Oh, dangerous situation
no.
here. It's a spin knuckle, Mogu, 2-1.
Yo, that's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's great.
That was really well played from both of them. Honestly,
that was a set. That was a
sick.
set.
That was sick. Yeah. Yeah, like the adjustments made from both of them were super good. Like Emiru is very, very smart to recognize, like, okay, I can't headbutt from full screen, I'll just walk you down, or I'll like whiff this crouching heavy punch, like that automatic recommended. Love that adaptation. And then Mogu just started approaching, right? Like, okay, you're not doing headbutt full screen, I can start doing spin knuckle and other stuff. It was really, really good choices.
Like you said, the adaptation, the counter adaptation, the fact that Emiru knows she has a command grab, she has a normal throw, she sees the parry, she knows to go, okay, you want to try to parry the loop, I'm going to put you in the loop regardless. She immediately like punishes it in the worst way possible like that, and then you just saw the counter adaptation. I'm going to back up then, fine. And I was hoping for that kind of set. I love to see it. I'm super happy. Yo, big ups to Emiru again. She's a beast, man. She's a beast, and it's fun to watch her play whatever game. That was tight. That was a good set.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. But good shit to Mogu, man. Good shit.
Yeah, that was
Both
super
of them
sick to
played
watch.
So well. Yeah, both of them played so well because, you know, I also want to mention too where like we were talking about how Emiru's game plan was just like doing things until it works, and if it doesn't work, you rinse and repeat. Mogu also did a bunch of like, you know, the simple B&B combos that weren't too overcomplicated, and also doing a lot of whiff punishes too, which is like kind of hard to do as a beginner because when you see like a big sumo man in front of you, it's like, oh, should I just like sit here and block? But Mogu had those reactions on deck, so it was really, really nice to see her like DPing those headbutts and just kind of like spacing things out too.
I would also say the other thing too that played a really big role in that match was meaties. And I don't know,
yes.
I don't know who taught her that shit, but like, dude, just meat. But also, it's important because like it's cool that even at this level, they're able to see my opponent does not want to block. Meaty. Okay, you're finally gonna block that? Low. You know, just seeing that like that is that was tight. That was a good set. I'm glad we got a set like that. That's the kind of thing I wanted to see. You know, let me get Jake and Lakari in the call. Get them in there real quick. Let's talk to them both. Talk to them both, especially because this is the championship match. Get them both in here.
Damn, at the same time, I'm ready. I gotta say, I was impressed by the adaptations in that match. I'm very curious about the next one because, you know,
Right.
AT&T champ, like there's a lot, you know, you imagine if you're Lakari, you're gonna be like, where was I, bro? Where was I at AT&T? You know, and that's how he's feeling.
Yeah, I don't know who the pressure's on in this situation. You got to imagine if you're Jake, had that performance that you had yesterday, playing a lot of very high-profile streamers who are also grinding. But if you're Lakari, you've been grinding from jump. I invited him for a reason. I did not expect him to go as hard in the paint as he has been going, but he's been going hard in the fucking paint, man. And
that's like his specialty.
yo,
What's good?
is that Jake?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm here.
Yo, I just wanted to say real quick, is Lakari in too?
I'm here.
All right, look,
Hello.
real quick, guys. I just wanted to say, I'm over the moon. I can't believe you guys just. There were a lot of people. Not everybody got back to me about this thing, but there were a few people that I sent a message to, and right away they were like, "Yes, I'm in." And for both of you guys, I'm glad that it comes down to this, and there's a little bit of history between you guys too. But I just wanted to say thanks for playing, and it's been really fun so far for me to watch. I just wanted to say, Jake, do you have anything you want to say to people watching?
Yeah, I'm about to send Lakari's ass back to gotcha games where he belongs. That's what's going on right now. That's what's happening.
Lakari, you got anything you want to say to people watching?
I don't have anything to say to someone who just won and dones, man. We'll just play the match, see how it goes.
This guy's just mad. I have a 100% win rate versus him. That's all that's going on right now.
100%.
All right, so
Fantastic.
this was supposed to be a positive, fun, non-toxic experience, but you guys know each other. I'll let it slide. My next question was going to be, do you have anything to say to each other? But I guess we could skip that one. Real quick, Jake.
Let's get into the match. I've been waiting for this.
All right, fair enough. But real quick before we get into it, Jake, I wanted to ask you. A lot of people watch. You know, you're infamous or famous depending on who you ask, of course. But I wanted to ask you. Most people probably associate with you with some other games. Obviously, you focus on IRL streaming, but you actually you go hard in the paint. You play game. What's your experience with fighting games for people that don't know?
I mean, I guess I just like played for fun as a kid growing up on like Super Nintendo, like Street Fighter 2, but I was just a kid. When Street Fighter 4 came out, I played pretty seriously, like casually serious, as in like I always followed the esports of it. I watched Evo. I played Ryu on ranked online like all the time, and I just really loved Street Fighter 4. So I put a lot of hours into it. I don't know, maybe had 1,000 hours total. maybe less.
That's
but
not a small amount of time. That's not.
But,
small.
Yeah, right.
But I played a lot at that time. I never really knew, like I just went on like SRK, right, the website, and I was just like, that's how I'd learn. Like I didn't know pros or anything, so I just kind of self-taught myself, and I was never that good, probably like a plat player, but I had a lot of fun, and I really had a lot of love for fighting game community, and I probably stopped playing though like 10 years ago. So I just kind of dabbled, and this game came out, I was excited, people were playing it, people love it, and so I'm really happy to play and seeing a lot of like people I didn't know play fighting games or play Street Fighter play. Like Lakari is one. I've been actually watching a lot of his streams. When I talk smack, I'm mainly just joking, but I really like seeing him grind it. He's now masters. Like I watched a lot of that grind on his stream. It's fun to watch, and seeing all these other people play is awesome. So I'm a big fan of watching fighting games. I think they're the most hype, like at an actual esports event. Like watching dude, it's just crazy. So I've been a big fan. So yeah, I'm just trying to learn and play and have fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because Lakari, I've been watching him play a lot of different stuff over the year. Obviously, he's probably more well known for the mentally deranged early Alzheimer's onset gotcha streams, but Lakari is no, like real shit. Just like Jake, Lakari is low key a fighting game player, and people probably don't know that anymore. But the thing is, with both of you guys, what really impressed me the most, and it's not just you guys. Obviously, people like Lyric, people who were in the AT&T Cup.
Sure.
What really impressed me with you guys was before this was even a thing, like the grind. You guys were going hard in the paint, and it's not something that I really expected, maybe, but I just thought it was really cool. And Lakari was somebody who was going hard in the paint. Lakari, for people that might not know, what's your experience with fighting games? I want to say your history.
I played all of them, like all sorts of fighting games. I started playing Tekken 7 back when it first released on PC. But then I went from Tekken 7 to Dragon Ball Fighters for a little bit. Played Grand Blue, played Eunice and Melty. I really like the anime fighters a lot, but you know how anime fighters go, so it's unfortunate. Grand Blue was one of my favorites as well. But yeah, I just I play them as they come.
Yeah, I remember watching the Julia for a good minute. And,
I was gonna say I didn't even know you as a gacha streamer. I legitimately just knew you as a Tekken streamer. Like you just streamed like late, and I only when I saw you on like LSF and stuff doing these gacha pull, like the clips are just absurd. I was like, isn't this the Tekken streamer? So like I actually don't. It's funny to like see you in something like this because I just think of you as a Tekken streamer in my brain, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I am the Tekken guy, dude. 257th place at Evo. I got it, dude.
There you go.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, really? Oh,
yeah.
Wait, what year?
Before COVID, and I was playing Eunice for that year too, and I got top 100, but it was close.
Nice.
Yeah, I just want to say it's really cool that you guys even come out to those events like that. I know Jake, you plan on going to Evo, Lakari as well. You guys been talking about it. It's going down in a couple weeks, and I just wanted to say it's been really fun watching you guys play, and I'm really grateful that you guys were down for this. Especially, I know you, Jake, you had the AT&T Cup yesterday. You didn't have to. Lakari, you obviously didn't have to. But the fact that y'all are so down for the grind and you were down for just come out for this, I'm over the moon about it, and I really appreciate it.
No, I would love to see more of this stuff. Like bringing,
man. I think you should do more stuff like this. I'd always be down to come if you have any ideas. So I think it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, I think merging to the the communities and non-fighting game known players coming in and just playing in these things and like kind of I don't know, bridging the gap between the fighting game community and fighting game community is awesome. And yeah, it's been fun. So we already Lakari's just grinding this game, and I was already like, kind of training, so it kind of worked out perfectly that it happened today. So all good, man.
The way I was
excited.
thinking about it, Jake, is like Lakari is that dude who just goes in the dungeon. You, to me, were like, you had this Mega Man approach where I feel like every day I was watching you play, you had a different like high level player working with you, running sets with you, talking about the game. And you've been like that for a while. Obviously, like last year, I watched you last year and the year before as well. You had that kind of approach. It's just funny how you guys both have these different approaches to how to play, but it ends up with both of you guys just ending up really strong. I can't wait to watch this match. Look, I don't want to ice y'all anymore. Go ahead and hop in and let's get this started.
Oh God.
It should be fun. Yeah, Jake's pretty good. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, I got cold fingers today, Lakari. I'm feeling a little old.
Sun's in your eyes.
No, you got this, dude. You have 100% win rate against me. It'll be fun.
Okay, all right, here we go. Okay.
Good luck, fellas.
All right,
Thanks,
good luck.
man.
Yeah, I'm happy that you put this on Obama. As you know, we talked about before. When this game was coming out, I was like, man, it'd be really cool if there was an event where you took like non-fighting game streamers and fighting game streamers and put them together. And I went to Twitch Rivals and was like, guys, it'd be so fun if we had something collaborative with like non-fighting game people and fighting game people. And they're like, eh. And then, it never happened. So I'm happy to see AT&T in this having a lot of success. Maybe the idea wasn't so bad after all.
Yeah, so
yeah, it's really nice.
It's no surprise, Maureen. I think a lot of people probably heard about CR Cup that happened in Japan recently, where it was a 5v5v5v5 team tournament, and they had personalities like Daigo, Dogura, Fudo, lots of different high-level players that they teamed up with various VTubers, FPS streamers, Apex streamers, and it was so cool to watch the JP community rally around this event, and not just the JP fighting game community, but all these other communities. And like we said earlier, right, getting invested with watching their favorite player or their favorite streamer and their growth, their journey through a fighting game, being coached by people, and then having that team dynamic of, I lost, I now have to look at 2 or 3 or 4 other people and then apologize. I won, we got this win together. And seeing the way the Japanese community responded to that event had over 600,000 viewers. It was very quietly happened, but it was actually very profound. And the reason why this event even happened is because maybe about a month ago, Giuna and I, it was right before CR Cup happened. It was the Friday night before it happened. Giuna and I were, and a couple of our friends, we were outside Meguro Station. We were getting a drink, celebrating somebody's birthday or something like that. We were like, why don't we do this? Why don't we have this? And here we are, Lakari versus Jake and Bake. Cut to the game. I don't have anything else to say. This is the set we were talking about. We said outside that station, I want to see Jake and Bake versus Lakari, and then there's another matchup I want to see after this too, but I will save that for another time.
Ooh, missed a little input. Man, maybe Jake's fingers are cold. He got the cold fingers. Missed a couple of inputs.
Drive rush throws. Lakari willing to settle for the throw here. EX Sam Blast. Lakari, Abare crouch jab. Ooh, the bait on the throw whip.
Ooh, yep, little shimmy. Yep, you cannot get over me. Stay in the corner. This is where you belong.
And that brother Lakari is drinking some Mountain Dew. That brother is green dashing all over the screen into the super. Jake and Bake.
Anything will do it. Tries to beat the throw, doesn't bite, and the jump clean. Lakari looking clean.
Control.
Kitty. That's so cute. Again, like Sage, we were talking about how like this game is just like really chill, really laid back. That's like, the competition between these two as well is like they have shit talking going on, but they respect each other very much.
There's rapport there, right? And this is a concept that I wanted to emphasize. Having coaches, it makes this experience more fun. Having people that can lead you along and help you in your journey, but also having rivals. This is what makes it fun.
And exactly, because the shit talk right away, I was like, yeah, all right, I'm a fan of this. Damn, drive rush confirmed, double drive rush. Not enough, level 2 or level 1?
Holy cow.
Yeah, that did a lot. Ooh,
Jake looking a little shaky here, but then, air-to-air trade in favor of Lakari. Lakari taking game 1. The Brigadier General of the BGC up 1 game over Mr. 2-Time, over Mr. 2-Weezy. But Jake and Bake, what is your response? This is an AT&T Annihilator Cup 2-time champ.
Ooh, looking for the whip punish a little far. Man, Lakari's anti-airs are so clean, by the way.
Anti-air, but can we talk about this ground game? The stand medium kicks, the stand heavy kicks. the jabs.
Nice. I like that walk back from Jake. He's having trouble dealing with the air approach so far, and Lucari's taking advantage.
Oh no, blocks the DP. This is going to be huge damage. It could even be kill if he uses Super 1. Or not even Super 1, just going for the spiral arrow.
Lucari with momentum. This is big. Jake has to be able to find a way to at least, you know, before Lucari gets access to that third bar or that second bar of gauge, be able to try to set up for some counterplay on some of Cammy's ability to get through Sandblast. Because he's having trouble in the mid-range like this, where once she gets in like this, it's been really hard for Jake and Big. Jump in, back throw to the wall. This is your chance, Jake.
Ooh, we take those. We call those resets. Oh no! Oh no! For both sides.
Yeah, this is a good spot, man. Jake, he's been having trouble with that air approach.
The air approach in this mid-range, nice.
That reaction is so fast.
Perfect big punish from Lucari here. 3 bars built. Next touch gonna hurt him. That could have been it.
Yeah, that really could have been it. Just like one more hit, but goes for the drive back. Getting into burnout, Jake and Bake slowly walking towards him because he knows he's in burnout, wants to chip him out as much as he can.
Ooh, 1 hit. There is level 3 on deck for Jake, too. Spaced out dive kick. Now he's in burnout. Chip's a big problem. Oh, he's gotta be careful. Level 3 on the fireball.
And now he knows. He stopped immediately. Lucari changed his behavior. Jake knew to look out for.
Oh, we got him.
Level 3 on the dive kick.
No freaking shot! That is gonna kill, obviously, Jake and Bake with the reaction on CA.
That is what he was not answering the dive kick and then immediately snap react level 3s.
Yo, man, I'm curling my toes just watching this. Like, that was pretty hype.
Yeah, and that spin knuckle in addition
nice confirm.
In addition to Cammy stand, medium kickstand, roundhouse, it's that threat of the spin knuckle that has been really hurting Jake in the mid-range.
Yeah, it's tough. It can be very difficult, I think, in mid-range in this matchup not to get overwhelmed by that. You have to have really solid understanding of how to stop both.
Yeah, you're looking for too much. It's drive rush, it's drive impact, and then the normals. It's a lot to take in. But the drive
nice chase
rush
down.
dodge medium punches can't quite confirm it. Wild DP.
Ooh, the
Lucari
sweep.
with the
Base
bait
throw.
punish.
Drops the combo, though. Drive impact big. He's got level 3. Doesn't get it. Even tried.
That could have been it, but just one more hit with the sliver goes for the DP. Lucari 2-0. Man,
Cleans
that was
it
pretty
up.
dominant.
Damn. He lost the 100% win rate. Turned it down 2-0. Man, a couple of tough drops there for Jake, too. He had like some really clean openings and then just didn't confirm into anything big. But I do like the game plan. You can tell he was getting a little bit more comfortable. Things were getting a little closer there. And then Lucari just cleaned up.
Yeah, that might have been a little bit different if it was the first to 3 or first to 5 even, something like that. But in first to 2 like that. Yeah, well, yeah. Unfortunately, this is not Leffen's event. Good, but
no first to 7.
With that said, I believe it's 1-1, right? 1-1 count?
That's 1-1.
So
Captain's
this is going to
match.
be, captain's match. You're going to have the 2 strongest players in this event. I think that most people are looking at is going to be Jibbo going up against Kizzy K. First to 2 to decide the winner of Stream Fighter. Much apologies for the name. I was running low on creativity and time. But, yeah, here we go. This is going to be it. This is to decide the winner.
This is going to be a good match, too. I mean, these two, you know, they both, we did some gaming and Rivals. They've been streaming this game a lot. I actually have no clue who Jibbo's going to play because Automatic, many content creators has been doing like
everyone.
He's taken like 7 characters to Masters or something.
That's my question with him is character selection. You know, Kizzy, I expect DJ, of course. But who does Jibbo feel most comfortable going it up against?
I would guess
Marissa.
Marissa. Definitely Marissa.
Yeah. But I'll have to see, like, I don't know what character he's planning to play. I mean, he's been playing Sim. He's been playing
Jamie.
He played some Ryu, Jamie, Marissa. Like, there's a lot of characters he can pick.
Also, keep in mind that Kizzy plays DJ, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know. I definitely see the Maritza pick though.
Yeah, Kizzy has some other characters too. He's like, I know he's played at least Jamie also to master. Like, he's messed around. I know DJ is like the main character, so we'll have to see.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say real quick, I'm here for the people. So if not everyone know, I threw so that we can see Kizzy K play because everyone wanted to see Kizzy play, and that's the only reason we threw. I'm excited to watch Kizzy play. Let's go, baby! It's gonna be a fun match. All right, see ya.
He puts the content in content creation. I love that.
It's all according to someone's grand design. But that's gonna bring it up. Kizzy K versus Automatic. You can or Rayo,
I'm excited to see him.
Yeah, I'd say Rayo. You can tag him in if you want, real quick. Tell them both to hop in real quick.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what characters they pick too. That's the other thing that I'm interested in.
Yeah,
so this is, as you mentioned.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Part of me wants to see. I know it's a hard fight. I kind of want to see him cook with Jamie. I kind of want to see like him at least try. But I think that's a really hard fight against DJ, right? It's kind of a struggle.
Yes.
I don't think he's gonna run it. I think you might be right about the Marissa pick.
Yeah, I will have to see too. I mean, he's been playing Sim too. I kind of like Jibbo Sim. I'm not gonna lie. I've been a fan of watching him play Sim so far. I don't know if he's gonna pick Sim and a DJ though. That kind of looks.
Yeah, so I started playing
a little stinky.
Sims like maybe a couple weeks ago. I've been kind of just I've mostly been playing him actually. So watching Jibbo is really fun for me because he's like a few steps ahead of me in terms of bridges he's gapped on how Dawson moves or how to think about certain situations. So I looked at him and watched a lot of his stuff just to be able to kind of give myself some ideas.
I see the gamers are here.
Welcome, gamers.
Test, Mr. Kizzy K, Mr. Jibbo, can you guys hear us?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, Jibbo, I guess first things first, can you introduce yourself to people who might not know who you are?
Hey, I'm I go by the name Automatic. I used to be called Jibbo back in the day.
I'm sorry, dude. I call you Jibbo because
the old school people know me as Jibbo. That was what I went by when I was like a teenager or whatever. Just traveling to Third Strike majors across the country and playing on console and getting to know everybody and just being a part of this wonderful community.
How about you, Kizzy? Can you introduce yourself for people who might not know?
What's going on, guys? I go by Kizzy K. I stream, do a lot of YouTube, and overall, I'm just always talking shit on the internet about the characters, how bad I am, how bad those characters are, and shit like that. But overall, came in playing Street Fighter 4. I really didn't like 5 as much, so I decided to play other games like Guilty Gear, Xer, Sign, Blaze Blue as well, because I used to play those games when they were around the 360 era and things like that. So, seeing these games like kind of evolve and kind of become like a little bit more like accessible at that time, I got a chance to like play these games and I really, really enjoyed them. And, I was known to be in like Jin, Blaze Blue, and Sin from Guilty.
What I wanted to ask you guys was, so far for this event, based on what you saw from the performance from your teammates, what stood out to you about maybe changes that they made or strategies that they employed in their performances today? Jibbo, we'll start with you.
Man, I just kind of looked. So the way I started this maybe about a few hours before this event started, I looked at the archives of every streamer that was here. I tried to identify some of the weaknesses of our opponents and who was lining up with them and who we needed to focus on. But when it came to coaching Lakari and Emeru, I didn't want to force feed or like give too much information. I wanted to really pinpoint one thing that they could apply, and that was the moving headbutt for Emeru, using the crouching forward to advance forward, because I saw that the problem with their headbutts were they were getting anti-aired from a long distance, but if you close the gap, it makes it harder to react to the headbutt. So that's the safer way to close the gap.
You've always been in every game, I feel like, especially like when I've learned from your stuff, whether it's Third Strike or this game or whatever, you are a master tactician. Not necessarily strategy, but specifically tactics. There's a difference. Kizzy, what about you? Reflecting on your team's performance.
First of all, I am so proud of my team. I think I am like the most happy about my team, win or lose. Just because like the things that we kind of talked about, to see them make it into fruition is like exciting. It's like the greatest feeling, Mogo, she was having a hard time dealing with like Honda, for example. And I told her about like using like your uppercuts and like seeing her deal with that and use uppercut, made me happy. And like even though she was in a situation where she felt like it was like very uncomfortable and things like that, I felt like they just literally made like a change and like started figuring things out. And once they got comfortable, I felt like the Honda problem that they had wasn't there anymore. And to see that was really great. And as far as Jake, we sat down, we just talked about like using like certain buttons that may not have a lot of range, but can hit from a far distance, and that's also really safe from like moves like Drive Impact. And to see him like showcase that and like adapt to that was like really, really dope. And I really like that they have their own like playstyle. They have their own personality. Like the fact that like Cammy's walking back zoning Honda full screen. It's like that's cool. You know what I mean? Like
That
you don't
was so
see
sick.
that a lot. You don't see that a lot, and like newer players level. You know, everybody's like brawling. And
Yeah.
to see this, they're like, "Yo, I'm running the clock." Like, when do you see that? You know, that's a good feeling. So
That match was so cool. Yeah.
I thought it was like completely opposite. It's like, it's like a rush down, like I'm gonna get in and hit buttons versus like I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna let you do all these things.
It's the running
Seeing like those two.
running the Tom and Jerry. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Mm.
and it was like a game of chicken, and I really enjoyed it. I think that was my favorite match.
And can I say it was like our coaching? You can see both of what we taught our players happening in real time. It was so sick. I loved it, and I'm so proud of what they did just now. It was so good.
Yeah, I was gonna say you two did a great job. Like I think both of the bits of advice that you both did led to like one of the coolest matches I've ever seen between any two beginners in like any fighting game ever. Like that was like it was like a treat to watch. You know what I mean? I was just like so happy to just be like, oh, like the adjustments were so cool. So both of like them did a great job, and both of you I think did an awesome job setting them up for success.
Yeah, when I thought when I thought about players that I wanted to ask from the West to do something like this, there's to be frank, there's a short list actually. That's no disrespect, but it's just the way I think about how some people are about presenting game concepts and being able to work with people and being able to simplify the way they explain things. I'm really happy that I picked Jibbo and Kizzy this time. There were definitely some other people as well, and they knew who they are. I definitely reached out to some others, but I'm not done yet either. I think I feel really good about this, and I think we definitely have people who are just good at teaching and good at imparting some lessons that they've learned along the way with their fighting game journeys, and being able to see that materialize through a new player, to me is really fun to watch. But with that said, I wanted to say, Jibbo, do you have anything you want to say to people watching?
Not really. I hope you enjoy the show. Fighting games are awesome, despite what you might see on Twitter. When we get together and we're playing games, we even like online, offline. It's such a. My best friends have came from the scene. My lifelong best friends, and it's one of my favorite things to do, and especially teaching people and seeing the results. And like Street Fighter V, I kind of hung around the content, but I love teaching people and seeing them do it. You can give somebody the tools, but they are responsible for fixing the problem. And when I see that, it's better than winning any tournament for that game for me.
Kizzy, you have anything you want to say to the people?
Yeah, the biggest thing is honestly, obviously, a lot of people really get discouraged very fast of losing, and I'm just really happy that I was able to showcase that. These players that are, phenomenal, what they do, they're able to get into something that is considered very, very hard. And while it is hard, I feel like one of the biggest hardships is the investment that you have to care about fighting. And to showcase that these guys really care, they went into the labs, they fought these things that were very hard for them. And you can see it in the matches that it didn't even look as hard as how they explained it to me. And the fact that we can do that as a community to make sure that we can open the bridge, create a bridge, and anybody who never played a fighting game before can formulate a strategy and have fun. Is all I wanted to showcase, and I think I accomplished that. And I felt like I was successful today, win or lose. I just wanted to see them do what we practice. And I'm very happy. I'm very proud of my team. I'm very proud of everybody that I watch. Everybody. Like I'm happy that this is the thing. So today was a good day.
With that said, Kizzy, you got anything you want to say to Jibbo before y'all play?
Get ready to learn footsies, buddies, and don't mess with me.
Jibbo, you got anything to say to Kizzy?
He left. I hope you're ready.
He left.
I hope you're ready for these boom maneuvers for the world's strongest lap.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Let's go.
Load them in. This is no left and nonsense. This is a first to two to decide the winner of the first Street Fighter. Go ahead and run it.
All right.
Can I say I'm a big fan of both of these gamers?
Yeah.
I'm happy that you picked these two. These are good choice. Yeah.
Like I said, there were some other people I wanted to involve. It for whatever reason didn't work out this time, but I hope there's a next time. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If you guys are watching, if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff, talk about it, man, or at me with anything you got to say. You want to draw some pictures at people that you want to draw pictures of, all that kind of stuff. I embrace it and I encourage it. But the big thing to me is if we do this again, depending on how I feel about it, I want to do it bigger and better and involve more people and have more time to build up for it too. That's like I said, it was awesome watching so many of the players yesterday during the AT&T thing. I love to get some more of them, especially, you know, like S-Fan really impressed me. Lyric was awesome to watch. I could just off the top of my head, and being able to see the players here today play the way that they have and get some of the matches that we got. I'm really happy with the result of this. I'm hyped.
Yeah, super dope event. I really appreciate you putting it on because I think people need to see this kind of stuff, and I appreciate you inviting me and Marine. It's been fun to chit chat and hang out.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been a blast because it's really nice to see like these like new beginner type players, and of course, you know, the players that we also know like Kizzy, Automatic, Chiuna, and Majin Obama himself. So this is gonna be really good. And we didn't predict it. Oh no, Obama, you predicted that he wanted to play Jamie.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, this is a tough matchup. You know, really the biggest asset is just right there. Drive rush, stand heavy punch from Jibbo just because of the 3 hits kind of seals the ability for you to drive impact and use tools like that. DJ kind of has to respect it or nail a reversal, and it's kind of like a free in for Jamie. It's really just a go-to tool for him. But this is the hard part. When DJ gets warmed up, this character has so many strengths, and it feels like every range on screen.
Yeah, he is extremely well-rounded. I think like that's one of the things about him, right? Is he really has like a tool for every solution, but picking the right tool is the hard part. You know what I mean? Like he has so many good things. It's just like recognizing which one to do is hard.
Ooh, we go
Perfect parry.
Punish counter back throw. And yeah,
that's really
drive
rush.
Smart
because like you're going into the corner here, but you gotta keep guessing. You gotta see what he's gonna grab. Another one that's gonna kill. Let's go.
Yeah, drive rush offense from Jamie. This is really what I think what makes the character stand. You know, it's easy to get distracted. Oh my God, we're drinking.
Okay.
Yeah, this is huge corner carry and damage. He has command grab. I like the DI. That was slick. Slick little reset. Drinks again to get some drive gauge back. Oh, finished it. Punish. Oh, he didn't punish big though.
Oh, dang. I wonder if Jibo wanted to do a drive impact as well, but he got burnt out at the right moment there.
Not good.
There's nothing he can do about DI here. Yeah, I mean, he's just stuck.
Yeah.
All of that is just brutal. Doesn't spend the level 3 though, so Jibbo's still alive. Had no drinks now because the install's out.
Big side switch here. Perry was expecting Kizzy to match jab.
Ooh, we tried parry again. Kizzy almost had a drive gauge though. No punish yet. DJ's terrible at punishing that, by the way.
There's quite a few characters that have trouble punishing that at max range, and you're susceptible to doing exactly what Kizzy, what Jibbo just did.
Yeah. Oh, nice, perfect. This is huge. Double drink. No, he takes the pressure and he risks it off. That was it right there. Yeah, that was very, very spooky. But his best punish is level 1 super on sweep. Like that's, and it's not easy to do. You have to be ready to reversal super, you know.
Blocking the sweep, running overhead, side switch here, Kizzy back to the wall. Drive rush offense for both of these characters have been paying off dividends. It just feels like Jamie has to rely on it a lot more, whereas DJ has more options that he can rely on in neutral, you know?
Oh, you know, I feel like Automatic has been like reading those like sway backs because he's been very patient. He hasn't been teching anything whatsoever. He just wants to sit there and see what Kizzy's gonna do.
Ooh, level 3 here. Did get the burnout, but because your mid screen is actually not that bad for Automatic right here. Oh, dive kick to avoid it. Air to air is big. He does have super, so drive impact, you know, a little scary to commit to. Oh, and he did it right when he got the gauge back. Level 3? Oh, no level. Oh, he links it. He links it. This is even more damage, by the way, than doing it off of the cancel.
Yeah, because of the link. Yeah.
Yeah. Huge damage, and that's the kill. Game 1. Very close, though.
Yeah, for a bad matchup, too, right? This is this one feels rough for Jamie. It's just because of DJ's control at all ranges, of course, the threat of Fireball. And you see, like, this character is really reliant on, it feels like high-risk offense presses, right? Like, he has to utilize a lot of drive rush and neutral. Kind of trying to get into this mid-range and poke with some of those stand medium punches, stand, you know, crouch medium punch, crouch medium kick as well. But here we go, finding some offense here, Jibbo. Drive rush, stand heavy punch. Nice interruption on the drive rush attempt.
Yeah, very good.
Number 1. Oh. That could have been like a punish way down thing.
He's had some trouble anti-air DPing too, actually. That's one thing that we haven't seen from Jibbo. Nice, confirmed. No target combo, but he still gets good pressure.
Yeah, and look at the approach too. He's not trying to force drinks, but he's willing to take good decisions in neutral to earn a drink attempt. Anti-air perfect parry. Get the throw. Russian was trying to bait. Yeah, try to bait EXDP. EXDP!
Oh, there we go. Oh, a little bit of patience. Going for the wake up super.
Easy peasy pickup. Kizzy on set point. Got the full level 2. And Yeah, automatic. I like the delayed DP from him, and then right there, Kizzy just let the level 2 rip right away.
Oh, round start!
So that's a big punish.
Bad
Oh
punish.
man, that hurt.
Yeah, that's brutal. 40%.
And your install. Oh, nice from Kizzy. Oh, misses it though. Drive impact? No, doesn't go for it.
That's a lot of push though. Jibbo got to be nervous here. Gets another touch. And now Kizzy, wow, just runs over him at the wall like that. Kizzy K 2-0 over Jibbo. And that means Team South Central Boys is the winner of the first Stream Fighter. So congratulations to Mogu, Jake and Bake, and Kizzy K.
Very well played. Yeah, Kizzy, extremely clean. And like once he caught that little whiff of momentum, I think at the end of that round in the first round of the last game there, he really cleaned up. Like I think he caught super confident, super comfortable, played very well. And yeah, well played between those two. I like the Jamie selection and I like the ideas that he was repping, but he just couldn't get a read, it felt like, on Kizzy's defense especially.
That's a rough matchup anyway, too, just because of what Jamie has to do. Like we said, the problem with DJ is, god damn, like he can zone, he has like good anti-airs, and then like you get in the mid-range, and of course he doesn't have like as many cancelable lows, but he still has like really good buttons that you can make bets on, but man, sometimes it's just really hard. He could cut you up in the mid-range. So it's the Jamie player has to take some risk trying to get in and be able to try to create some momentum. And that's why you saw, like, at the beginning, Jibbo made a really good bet, right? That first game, you saw that opening round where he was able to create that long block string into the guaranteed DI setup like that. That shit's sick. That's some really cool Jamie shit. But big ups to everybody that came through and played. And let's take a look at the bracket. So the winner, of course, is Team South Central Kids. Again, congratulations to Mogu, Jake and Bacon, Kizzy K. But second place is Hairlines and Headbutts, and they played, man. Emiru, Lakari, Automatic. You guys, that was a real ass team, and I appreciate you guys coming through and playing. Team Shibuya's Angels taking third. Kaho Shibuya, Rob CD, and Giuna. My team, Sonic Boomers, Peach Milky, Premier 2. You guys played your asses off. Good shit. Sorry I couldn't pull through, but yeah, this was Stream Fighter, and that's the results. And congratulations again to Team South Central Kids.
Yeah, well played, definitely, for sure. And nice little event. I think the idea is super dope. If you do decide to do it again, I'll definitely be interested in checking it out, watching it, hanging out, and supporting it. It's super, super dope idea that you put it together. And thanks to everybody who joined. Like, it's not easy to put yourself out there, especially if you're non-fighting game fan, to like, not a fighting game player, join a fighting game tournament like this, even if it's not supposed to be super serious, is definitely not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, and it's like really fun to see, like, I always am sounding like a broken record, just seeing these beginner players just trying their best to kind of like do the combos that their coaches have taught them to do. And we did see it tonight, like, or like morning, wherever you guys are. So it's really, really nice to see that they're able to kind of adapt, learn, and like not, just mash buttons, but just more of like, oh yeah, this is what Obama taught me. Like, I'm just going to do whiff punish. I'm going to do drive impact when the time is right. And again, I also wanted to highlight where we had Kizzy and Automatic, both players that are like, super, super, super awesome, and that their caliber of teaching new players versus teaching, let's say, like current players, like, let's say a player that's in platinum, they want to get better. So they would go over to Automatic stream and just watch him, or like Kizzy's stream. It's nice that they're so versatile on like teaching whoever wants to learn the game. So again, like big ups to everyone. And yeah, this event was super, super hype, regardless of the skill level. Like I'm super thankful to be here.
Yeah, it was a super dope time. I think that's what makes it fun, watching everybody from all the different places and also different levels of play, like, learn the game is super dope.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this was really hard to pull off. I'm still kind of surprised that some people were down, to be honest with you. I didn't have a lot of time to plan this, and this isn't up to my usual standard of what I want for events. If you guys have watched ICFC specials in the past or anything like that I've run, this was rough. I'm not gonna lie, this was a rough week, especially with Evo coming up. I have some work assignments for that and stuff. But I'm really happy that the people that came through. Like I said, I sent a lot of DMs, I sent a lot of emails out. Not everybody got back to me, and it's no hard feelings. But the people that came through, I'm really grateful for. This is like Say James said, it's not easy to sign your name on a dotted line and put your name in a bracket. No matter what the context, you're putting yourself out there, you're exposing yourself, and for people to do that, and the best part is, I felt like I wanted to run the kind of event where Street Fighter 6 coming out, to me, what I think about it, regardless of my personal feelings on the game or your personal feelings about it, whatever, we can set that aside. The iron is hot, and the point that I wanted to emphasize was for the people that play these games, when it comes to this game or any other game that's coming out, when the iron is hot, you seize the moment and you strike. You embrace the people that want to have fun with it, whether they want to beat Daigo or they just want to beat the dude down the street. You're supposed to embrace that. You're supposed to enjoy that. You're supposed to be enjoy the fact that they want to be a part of that, the same thing that you're a part of. And that's just I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to say, but I forgot. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just happy we got some really good matches, and I was really pleased with this. I just wanted to thank everybody for watching. Thanks to everybody for playing. Thanks to Kuroken. This event, like I said, this event just started because it was like me, Giuna, Andy, Ken, and Bobby. We were just outside Meguro Station. We're like, this CR Cup stuff is about to pop off, and it did. And we're like, why is the equivalent of this event in the West like Hungry Box and Punk fighting and Coney getting platinum with DJ? And why is it that and just that? And I was like, you know what? Like, goddamn, why are we so lame? And they're like, why don't we like do some shit like that to get people talking, something that's gonna be fun? And it came down to it where I was like, aside from the AT&T Cup, and they do awesome work. That event is fun to watch, fun to watch every year. I watch it every year. I know you do too. And but I wanted to say, like, I wanted to put my kind of take on it, and I'm just happy that it turned out the way it did. And I definitely want to run another one. If you guys have any feedback or if there are any issues or any problems, just get at me. If you guys felt some kind of way, get on Twitter, use the hashtag, talk to me about it. And with that said, I don't know. I have early onset Alzheimer's. I kind of forgot where I was going with this. Maureen, you got anything you want to say, or Say Jam?
Say Jam, you go first.
Oh, I forgot. Now I remember. Okay. We were talking about this. We were like, damn, I really want Lakari in there. I really want Jacob. I really want Big Pete in there. I'll say this on stream. There was one matchup that Giuna and I talked about that we wanted to produce, that we wanted to get. And we didn't get a chance to do it this time. I want to run something like this again. I want to be able to get. I'm not gonna say the matchup. You'll know it when it comes, if it ever comes. But I do want to do another one, and I do want to do it bigger, badder, and better. If you guys enjoyed this, just hit me up. Go, CJ.
Yeah, I was gonna say the event idea is super dope. As I mentioned, similar to what you're saying. I told Twitch Rivals when the game was coming out, you guys should do something with new players and experienced players. Have you guys seen AT&T? Have you guys seen this other stuff? It's very cool. You should do something like this. And they did something else instead, which is totally cool. But I think that there's a lot of interest from people who are non-fighting game fans in this game. If you ever click the category, 90% of the time in the top 5-6 streamers, most of them are non-fighting game players, right? There's a lot of new players checking the game out. Game is dope. Doing stuff like this is super cool. Thanks everybody for participating. Maureen, go ahead.
Yeah, I am really thankful to see a lot of different online tournaments for just Street Fighter 6. And Obama mentioned, strike the iron while it's hot. This is a new game, and a lot of content creators or people who are gaming pros in FPS or other games, they're coming to playing Street Fighter 6. So it's really nice to see the little variety going on and how this game is just going to involve even something bigger. But again, I'm really hyped to see how this game is going to go. The Stream Fighter too. This is a really great opportunity for other players that are let's say fans of Lakari. They're watching the stream and they're like, yes, let's go Lakari, and they're seeing other players that are trying their best. So again, this is a great opener for those that are getting into fighting games, especially Street Fighter 6. And I have no words because I'm just super thankful to see how fighting games have evolved. We're here, we're learning, and we're just kicking each other's butts.
Last thing I wanted to say, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but we've been talking about this in the context of Street Fighter 6. There's Mortal Kombat 1 coming out. There's Tekken 8 coming out. We have whatever they're calling the Riot Project now coming out. Similar to our approach and what we've been talking about with this game, I want and encourage those communities too to take on that perspective. of, do you have a moment where maybe you might have a chance for a huge audience of people to be a part of your game with you? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth and don't look at that and scoff. Take advantage of that. Do some cool shit. That's all I got to say. Say, you got anything to close out with?
Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks to you for having it. It's been a pleasure. Thanks to Marine for chit-chatting and hanging out with us. And I guess we'll catch you gamers on the next one.
Clock out. Everybody have a good one. We'll catch you next time. Be easy.
Bye.